Hey. I don't know why I'm doing Fat Albert. Hey, guys, welcome to the show.
But before we get to it, guys, just a word from our fucking sponsors. Laughable, the one and only app where you can not only favorite your favorite podcast, but also your favorite artists. So you can keep track of where your favorite people, where they're appearing on, etc. and so forth. It's available on your iOS and soon to be on Android.
Yeah, Laughable's fucking sick, guys. They're doing more comedy showcase. They want to bring comedy to the fucking masses. So make sure to check them out, www.laughable.com or Laughable in the iOS store.
Exactly. I think they're also doing a new thing with that, right? Where you can purchase tickets or something like that.
That's coming very soon and has not launched yet, but keep your eyes peeled, guys.
Something to look forward to. But of course, if you don't want to listen to us on any form of apps and whatnot, Matt, where else can they fucking find us?
They can always find us on Demon Seed Radio every Thursday night at 5:15 Pacific, 8:15 Eastern. You can always listen to the repeat of the show on the following Friday. Check us out on DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. Check out all the other awesome programming with your favorite adult stars on Demon Seed Radio. And yeah.
That's pretty much it. But of course, we have Cadence St. as a guest on this week's episode. She is a former porn performer turned dominatrix. So if you want to fucking pay her to beat the shit out of you, she could probably do that. I don't know. This episode was kind of interesting because it took a very morbid turn a few times.
Shit got dark.
Shit got dark.
Hey, thankfully she was sober enough at the end of it, or you were drunk enough to let her reset your finger.
I think I was drunk enough for her to set my finger because that shit fucking hurt like a bitch. Either way, my pinky is back intact and I'm still drunk, so
without any further... Oh, God damn it, I almost did a Rogan. So yeah, let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
Did the whole girl thing. Like, I worked on cars and, like, did all the boy stuff in high school. And I still don't even know how to do proper makeup on myself. So, you know what? Like, I feel like there's all these girl things that girls do that I don't.
I just recently got into the whole girl thing. So, like, when I first got into porn, I never knew how to do my makeup, like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at, like, old crews circa 2004, 2003.
You remember how I looked?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like our shoot? Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, we shot together. That's right.
Yes. You looked all hot on that freight kind of area.
Yeah, we did that like in a very industrial part of downtown, didn't we?
It was good, awesome though.
No, it was great. Like that's super industrial.
It was awesome. Like, I mean, we all looked amazing too. Like you had that pink eyeshadow on.
Yeah, they did like the hot pink. She crimped my hair.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
I was like, this is like so 80s.
Yeah, like, well, I appreciate the 80s though. I love that.
Yeah, hell
shit.
yeah. Are you kidding me?
Like, it's my favorite decade of all time.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any better decade. Are we like...
Oh, we're actually recording.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought we were still doing levels.
Oh, no. Once you got into a story, I just hit record.
But yeah, so...
We did a pinup shoot, too.
What?
We did a pinup shoot, too. With the other Asian girl.
We did it with Lauren, too. Yeah. So, I mean, we did it with...
I forgot her name. Kami
Kai.
Kami Kai.
Yeah. What happened to her?
I was just going to ask you.
Hawaii, I think.
Didn't she have like cancer or something?
Okay, I don't think we should get on that subject.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
I'll tell you later.
Let's do a shot.
Okay, cheers.
No shot for me. I'm just drinking whiskey out of the glass.
Cheers.
It's warm.
Should I put it in the fridge?
Oh no, we're shooting.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. It's Crazy Girls time.
Woohoo!
Since I never ever drink, like ever, this is gonna be fun.
Oh my god!
Thankfully, it's only a
Annie-
pint.
Yeah, Annie is gonna hold me up. At
I
the
got
end
the
of the night.
small one because I was like, I'm just gonna drink whiskey with fucking Matt. I should have known better because you were like, no, bitch, you're fucking doing this shit
Yeah, we
with
haven't
me.
seen each other for ages.
We have not seen each other in ages. So you and I literally have not seen each other in like.
It's been like 2-3 years.
It's kind I feel like it's been longer than that.
Well, I mean, okay, so I mean, it was like it was the third year, so it had to be 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, 3 years ago.
Okay,
because,
3 years
I've
makes
been-
sense.
Yeah,
3
so-
years makes sense. Actually,
Timeline,
I feel like that makes more sense. So 2014 ish.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more 2013, but yeah, whatever. Who's counting?
I mean, we've all had our little roller coasters of lives for the past, 5-6 years. It's been fun.
Yeah.
But we all come back to where we belong.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
So,
We have to talk about this because I completely fucking forgot that we did this. So, Cadence and I did a fucking scene. It was a scene for our websites, mind you, okay? Where we played these housewives that are just so pilled out of our minds that we're like neighbors. And it's like 1950s housewives. So she calls me up all monotone, like she's just like all pilled out. And I'm just like, hey, doll, how you doing?
Holy shit.
Hey, Morty's not home right now, but if you want to come over, I could use a little practice, if you know what I'm saying.
we ain't getting the dick, but we'll get the vagina.
And then she just literally, it cuts to her going, yeah, okay, sure, I'll be over.
Yeah, I totally fucking.
I need to pull that scene up. That
I
was
had
fucking
to
hilarious.
get the Xanax fucking face going on. I'm like, yeah.
I remember
Alright,
it too.
we'll
You're
be
like,
right
hold on,
out, right.
how would a fucking chick look like that, hon? Yeah, that was. I forgot that we did that. That's
Oh
fucking
god,
hilarious.
that shit was priceless.
Because I was like the peppy, and you were like the.
And I'm just like, bam! Okay, if you guys could see what I'm doing with my arms, I'm pushing two girls' backs down, all right? And right now, I'm gesturing that I'm fingering them both at the same time. And you can tell the shot is taking effect.
Yes, we're gonna be doing another one in a minute. Oh my god, I like barely ate. Anyways,
Me too.
Oh, this is going to end so well.
Yeah, I had a donut.
I was like, my liver is not happy right now because of all that. Because I mean, you're like, I don't. Okay, so to be fair, like I went through a phase where I would still drink, but I wasn't like drinking in excess like I used to. I used to live with two dudes that Matt and I would know each other because we almost moved in together. So I lived with his friends. That's how I met Matt. And we would always fucking just be, they're bartenders, right? So it would just be constant drinking and partying and stuff. Then I moved, started dating somebody, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'll drink socially, you know what I mean? Like, we'll go to a party here and there, da, da, da. And then, then I started working at a nightclub, and now I'm just like, oh, woo, let's do shots. And then, and this whole weekend was a blur.
It's very difficult to avoid it when you're around it constantly.
Yeah, in the nightlife, yeah.
I mean, especially...
It was funny because I was working a day party yesterday and I see these two old ladies, right? They had to have been like in their 60s, possibly, maybe. They were pretty fucking old. And and us girls, okay, me and the cocktail waitresses at this club were standing outside of the entrance trying to lure people, in our skimpy little fucking outfits and shit. So we're standing there and I see these two old ladies slowly approaching from like the other side. And they're kind of just staring at us, and they're whispering to each other. One of them lights a cigarette. She just pulls out a cigarette, and I have this dialogue going through my head with this other girl.
Yeah,
what they're saying, and I just kept thinking, look at these two old ladies over here, and one of them's like letting up a cigarette. Hey, Marge, do you remember 20 years ago when we used to dress like that?
Exactly.
And I was just like, and then we just kept looking at them and smiling and waving, like, come in, they'll let you in. And I'm like, all right, dude, if I was working the door and they came up to the front, I'd be like, come on, Grandma, let's go inside.
Yeah, have some fun.
Have some
let
fun.
loose.
Get you some young dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well,
it's just
we
the way they were
just talking
looking.
about that, yeah.
They were just kind of looking, like, just taking a drag off the cigarette and, like, whispering to each other. And then I'm just standing there like, hi, come in, come over. Oh, my God.
See, that's like how I lure people. I would be like, hey.
I like how she says lure
I like
people.
it.
Like it's a trap.
Like it's a trap and her victims are going to reach their demise or something.
Fuck it. Well, no, I would just, turn around and shake my butt. Like, that's how I would lure people. I'm like, hi.
Hey, come on over.
Like,
That is a solid plan. As a dude,
And I bet that
works.
works too.
100% that works.
That works. Like, hi.
like yeah, exactly. Like, how can you say one word, hi? Or like in all the different ways we could say it, and it still sounds flirty.
It's like flirting. It's like flirting without
hi.
saying something.
Hi.
Like all you have to do
Hi.
is do some kind of gesture if you're a woman, anyways, to a guy if you want their fucking attention. Because a lot of girls, they're like, I don't know if I'm putting off the wrong. I'm like, well, you have to be approachable, and sometimes if you have to flirt, you got to flirt with your movements, you know. And if it's like you shaking your bum, hey,
Present yourself.
exactly.
Well, no, I mean, it's just like, I mean, sometimes you get sick of, playing like little games, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to put it out there.
Exactly.
Like, just like lay out all the cards on the table and be like, hey, hi. I'm moving my butt around, so I'm just letting you guys know. Like, I mean, you just, like, you have to, like, fucking, put on the red light.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you have to. Well, more like green light, right? Green light, red light,
Well,
green light, red light.
Red light district?
Red light.
I guess red light district, you're right. Yeah.
Flashing.
Flashing.
Yeah, the flashing
SOS,
light. Like,
right here.
come on over here. Like, hey, I'm right here. Like,
Over here.
yeah, like make it completely obvious that you're open to anything right then.
It's like those those airport people that have the little things, and they're like,
Yeah, right here,
waving right
here,
this
yes,
way.
guide you right.
So what the fuck have you been up to, Cadence, lately?
Okay. Well, what do you mean?
Well, because you don't shoot porn anymore, right?
No, I do not shoot porn anymore, but I am a dominatrix in downtown LA, and
Hey.
it seems to be my natural environment. My personality is very domineering toward. Well, okay, I am more domineering towards women, but
Interesting.
yeah, like
That's, I'm actually glad we're talking about this right now because it's very interesting to me when I meet people because even like being in the business, not even in the business, like people just in the BDSM community, right? There's a lot of people that have their different things that they have. Like some women are like, oh, I can be dominant to men all day, but to women I can't, or vice versa. Some women will be like, I can only be dominant towards women, but not to men. I'm more submissive towards men, for example. And then
It also depends on the category, though. Like, you can be dominant in different categories, like of your life. Like, for instance, during sex, like in a sexual relationship, I would be more submissive towards a male.
Mm-hmm.
And more dominant with a female in that instance. But in the BDSM community, like you have a lot of dominant personalities.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to equal yourself out in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite interesting because it seems to be more of a female supremacy, female.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with very strong personalities across the board. So
Right,
you can't but you just find your own way through, and it's fun. Like I mean, sometimes the clashes are interesting, but you also find like minds, and it's amazing.
Right.
I'm pretty lucky where I'm at.
Oh, very cool. So you have a lot of female submissives, I'm assuming, then, if you're...
Actually, it's mostly men, because, because of the female supremacy part, most females won't dominate other females.
Wow.
At least it doesn't seem to be that way, around my dungeon, but... other dungeons do it. It seems to be more of a male,
for sure,
clientele, so to speak.
Well, there you have it.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I came from a military background when I was younger, and my subculture was a lot harsher as well. So corporal punishment was always my thing.
Shit.
I'm very. Well educated to be plain about it. It's kind of my forte.
Corporal punishment, yes.
Different types of torture. Yeah, I'm very good at it, and I enjoy it.
As she sits here with an evil grin on her face. I feel like when you're saying that, making that statement, you're just like running through this whole.
Yeah, I have these pictures going through my head.
Like this film roll of all the fucking
I'm like,
people
yes,
that
I
you
did
just.
that. Yes, I did that. I did that. Like, it's so fucking fun. Because I mean, you're like. In that realm, you're also allowed to explore your, like, all those things that you're really not allowed to do, like, on a general basis. Like, I mean, a lot of people won't admit to certain proclivities. And you're just like, okay, this is free reign. Like, I can do whatever I want here. And it's amazing.
And get paid doing it. That's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. What's the craziest thing anybody ever asked you to do to them, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh, I mean, do you want the truth?
Or the
Yeah.
story? The truth.
Yeah,
Can we handle the truth?
Well, I mean, it's like, it's not that, like, I mean, it's pretty extreme, but at the same time, like, I'm like a little disturbed by it.
Okay, now I really want to know.
Well, no, like, I mean, I've had people email me, like, not, like, this wasn't once or twice. This was, I've gotten it maybe 10 times. Because of the fact that I've owned firearms, like, people have wanted me to put a loaded gun into their mouth. And I was just like, no, like, and this kept on going on. I don't know whether people expect me to do these things, like, because they think I'm nuts, but I definitely draw a line.
Yeah.
Like, I was completely disturbed. Like, I mean, and I've seen some disturbing things. Like, and I get a lot of disturbing requests. Like, I mean, to the general populace, it's disturbing. But I mean, usually I'm amused by a lot of things. But this one, like, I mean, it's been coming up more so, and I'm just like, why?
It's like not just one person.
Yeah.
It's like there's multiple people that are requesting this thing. That's crazy because it's like you like okay, why not just an unloaded gun? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, because there's no
like,
thrill.
Like, I'm sitting there going, okay, and then.
But how would they know? You know what I mean? Like, you could easily just be like,
Look down the barrel.
that's true.
It depends on the gun.
Most handguns, you can look down the barrel and see if there's one in the chamber.
No, I mean, like, for instance, it depends on barrel, like how long the barrel is. I mean, shadowing will not show you how, and also if it's an automatic weapon, you don't know either.
I can definitely tell if I'm looking right down the barrel of a Glock, I can definitely see if there's a round in the chamber.
A Glock is a pussy weapon, and like
it gets the job done.
It's a small gun. Like my Kimber Stainless 2, for instance, you wouldn't be able to tell. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry. Okay. I hate Glocks. I fucking hate them. Like,
people that love them or hate them.
those are fucking piece of shit guns. Like
They're really fucking durable.
I hate them. Like, they're plastic. They're a fucking piece of shit guns. Like, I mean,
it's like as I'm pouring myself another shot. Glocks are pieces of shit guns. Let me open up this fucking bottle real quick. Like, damn, she really has some hatred for that shit.
dude, I do. I really do.
Well, we're not going to tie up the show with that disagreement because I will argue about it. But
Yeah, we could argue for hours about piece of shit guns, but we refrain.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's not what the audience tuned in for.
Okay, what do you guys want to hear about? Like my horrible, like what people ask me for, or horrible guns? All right. I mean, and then you know, a lot of choking people. They want to pass out. I'm like, okay, well, you know. Then the military background comes in, and the blood choke comes in, and you're just like, yes. And then you just pass out for the hour and pay me for that.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So you've actually like put dudes in a fucking blood choke till they passed out, and then you're like, okay, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Good night.
Like, I mean, if they really want to pass out, like they ask me to pass out, I'm like, all right, so, you know, I can make you pass out. Okay. And they're like, yes, please. And I'm like, okay.
has anyone voided themselves?
Voided?
You know, emptied their bowels, bladder?
No. I try to keep my stuff very clean.
Well, I was just, because sometimes that's a reaction to being choked.
Well, I mean, it's also like, I mean, they're not dead. Like, I mean, I feel like everybody has their, goods. Well, I mean, and plus, most people come in like after cleaning themselves out. To be honest,
I was just gonna say, I was
Like,
when I kept picturing in my head,
like,
I'm pretty sure half those dudes probably enema and like
yeah,
clean
like
themselves
I
out.
mean,
They're all
they're very
prepped and
clean and everything's good. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, I mean, there's been just some disturbing things, but I mean, it really depends on the person, like the dom, and I have a major amount of limits, like compared to, like, I mean, just like in porn, I had like a major amount of limits. So what I'm okay with and what some other doms are okay with, it varies. So it's okay. But don't worry, like I will be there for all your disturbing whatever you want to tell me, but I may not do it. Just letting you know.
Cheers.
Cheers. Another shot. All right.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
And a quarter of the pint is already gone. Maybe a little bit more.
I also hardly ever wear lipstick, too.
As long as it's not on the mic, it's okay.
Well, no, I was licking the mic earlier. I was just like, ah.
And there she goes.
My gear, my poor gear.
Well, at least it's me and not some grossness. All right.
True.
I'm very clean.
Oh my god. Whew, shit.
Okay, so, let's turn this around. Like, I mean, you being you, like, and you, not, like, I mean, you've been in porn for, what, 3-4 years before me, right?
I was in for 14 years. Oh, I started in 2003.
Okay, so yeah.
So like a few years before you.
So I mean, over that period of time, like we all got those requests, like emails of like men wanting us to do things.
Yeah, I had a guy email me who was like, oh god, we were just talking about this off mic too. This guy actually sent me an email saying, hey, he wanted to fly me to like Paris or some shit, like somewhere overseas. He was like a fan overseas, and he was like, I feel like it's not Paris. I feel like I want to say it was more Germany, but anyways, but it was probably Paris. Anyways, he said, I have a custom made toilet bowl that has like an opening of which I can just lay underneath, and I just want you to fucking shit in my mouth. And I'm like, what? Okay. I mean, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I want to fucking eat your shit, whatever. He's like, I have a custom made toilet bowl where I can just slide my head underneath, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'll give you this much money, I'll fly you, this and that. And I literally, because I was like, I get to fly overseas.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. I almost considered it just based on the fact that I was like, oh, I want to go to Europe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because at the time I'd never been to Europe yet. This is like years ago. And I was like, I wonder if I could find a girlfriend to come with me. You know what I mean? To make like
I would have gone.
Yeah. I'm like, hey,
that's the kind of trip that you need to bring a dude with, because that dude may just try to abduct you.
Also,
agreed.
yes. But yeah, so like like I was saying, like I'm not gonna lie, I was considering it just based on the fact that I was like, okay. But then I was like, this is way too weird. I'm not gonna fucking do it.
I
mean, it'd be one thing if he was like local and like, hey, I have this weird fetish, but it was like some dude far, far away. He has a custom fucking toilet bowl, supposedly. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that always comes up too, and I'm just like, no.
It doesn't matter how much money you offer me. I really don't think I would not be able to do it.
Like,
I would not be able to do it.
I feel like I would be like, and I'm like a kind of shameless person. Like I don't care like what anybody thinks or anything, but like fucking. I would feel embarrassed in that situation for some reason. Like, I'd be like, he's asking for poop, but I can't do this. Like, I can't do this in front of another person. Like, this is one thing I will not do in front of another person is poop.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah. Even when I'm like dating someone long term and I'm living with someone that I'm dating, I still, even after a year of dating someone, They still don't think I shit because I'm like, I just said it on the, I don't even give a fuck that I said that right now. Like, that's how much, like, I'm very, like, nope, I'm going to wait.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it was, I had a 5-year relationship, right? And so, like, every time I had to go to the bathroom alone, you would immediately hear the water going. Like, it was 5 years and then, the water immediately would be going for like a half hour without hearing the difference of in the
is the
shower.
water just running in there?
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that before, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
the worst is when you're traveling and you're in a hotel and you're like, okay, I have done this before though, like when I'm traveling with someone that I'm dating, if there's like a hotel restroom in the lobby, I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly.
Go downstairs.
It's the most, it's horrible.
But here's what's fucked up though. Like, I have a best friend who since we were 4 years old, right? And I'll never forget, like, growing up, when we're teenagers and all this kind of stuff. Like, I could be in the shower and she'd be like, I'm taking a shit real quick. And I'm like, okay. And, like, it doesn't bother me. And we could just have full blown, I don't know. We just had a very weird
combos, walls,
close friendships. Yeah. But God forbid I do that in front of anybody that I'm dating.
Y'all weird. Like, whatever. I shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's get on the let's move this out of the way. By the way, but I've never farted in front of anyone I've been with either.
I'd be lying if I said that I didn't.
No, I will hold it until I'm
my best friend
away.
Kaylani, you know Kaylani Lay?
Yeah.
She does that. She was like, she's like, for real?
Till it hurts my stomach. I'm just like, okay, gotta go. I gotta go.
This conversation really did happen. Like, I hooked her up.
That can't be good for you. That just cannot be good for
I
you.
hooked her up with this dude that I know, and she was talking about how oh yeah, I finally let him fuck me in the ass. Great. And then she was in town again and was hanging out with him or whatever, and she was like, I can't remember what I said, but I said something about the anal or whatever, and she was like, dude, I shouldn't even be talking about this. I should have said my friend, not her name.
Yeah, of course.
Edit that out.
Maybe.
Forever. Anyways, she was like, girl, we were in a hotel and the bathroom is there's a fucking, the hotels that have the bathrooms where it's the wall is kind of see-through, almost translucent.
Oh yeah, it's
she was and the toilet was right there. She's like, I could not. She was like, I had nowhere to go. Yeah. So I was like, this is not happening.
Yeah, I would go downstairs and use the public. I'm like, oh. That brings up a whole other set of issues for me, using public restrooms.
Everybody has. There's some people that have that. They're like, I can't do that.
It's horrible. But yeah, to our mates, we never poop or
we don't fart. It's flowers. Flowers.
Ladies,
potpourri.
Any ladies out there that end up dating me for whatever reason, you can shit. It's fine. Please be comfortable.
Do you find it attractive?
No, I don't care. I'm just apathetic. It's like you're a human being. You shit, you fart, whatever. It's not attractive. It doesn't bother me.
It's just horrible to me. I'm like, no.
I think it's just an issue of being self-conscious and oh God, he's gonna think I'm gross or something.
I don't know. I just had a girl shit on my dick last week.
Oh yeah, you told me that story.
She didn't quite prep, and shit happened.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit dick?
Yeah. Oh, shit dick, shit sheets.
Awesome. No matter how much you prep, sometimes it just...
Sometimes, that's really... It's just you can't help it.
It's not all out. You can't...
No, no matter how much you put... Oh my God, we're really talking about this right now.
Yeah, no, we are. We totally are. And
you know what? Who cares?
I know.
Sitting there going, we're going to get all those gross women issues out of the way.
And she was mortified about it. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I'm like, whatever, just let me go use your shower.
I've never I've had the problem maybe once or twice, and it's been with the same guy, so he just never fucking cared. But it never happened to me until this large, So I think that he was hitting me too hard. Or
that happens too, though.
Too big,
that dick is long. You're gonna be hitting spots that don't normally fucking hit. Okay, I'm just saying.
Go. You're just fuck. Damn it.
To our female listeners at home, I'm not that big. Something just happened. I'm quite on the
safe with him. You're safe.
Damn right. I'm on the larger side of average. That's all. Nothing crazy.
See, but I prefer that actually.
Actually, you know what? I want to talk about this because I had put a poll. I had a topic on my radio show where I said, you know, like, guys, what would you if you had the choice? What would you rather have? And ladies,
Instagram.
What would you rather have? And it was this. I said, would you rather be ugly but with a huge fucking dick, or like super good looking but have like a tiny fucking micro penis?
See, I would rather have the tiny micro penis, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
because at least you can get off in other ways.
See,
and be able to look at the person.
I've never considered myself a size whore because I remember I had an impromptu gangbang happen one time, and the guy with the smallest dick out of the entire group was the one that fucked me the best. So it's like, it was kind of interesting to me how I'm like, he doesn't even have that big of a dick, and he like fucked me. He made me come the hardest, made me come the most. And then I like won the dick lottery for some reason. I don't know, like when Trampage 2016. Woo, yeah, everybody knows about that already because that's all I talk about.
I know nothing.
But like all of a sudden, I was like getting kind of spoiled because I was like, oh wow. And then I would like hit like I guess let's just call it a plateau, where like, you know, a dude with a fucking very big dick. Big beautiful cock, and didn't know how to use it, and I'm like, is it even in there? Like, I can't even fucking feel it. So
really?
I really don't consider myself too much of a size whore.
Me neither. Like,
because there a lot of guys that have big dicks, they don't know, they just think that's all they need.
But do you feel like you attract a certain size of penis though? Like, because I feel like I attract large penises.
That's the same
like,
with me.
I feel like
recently, like the dude I'm dating, like you would never. A lot of it's so funny because I was just having this conversation with somebody. They were like, Steve was. Like, damn, dude, like I would never expect it. And not trashing him at all by any means. It's just when you see the dude that I'm dating right now, we kind of look like polar opposites, right? You look at me and I looking the way I do, and him, he looks like a very clean cut, very I don't want to use the word, very posh. Okay, let's just use that word.
Okay.
Very posh looking dude.
Spice.
But he's a fucking freak in the bedroom, and he has a big dick. I'm just like, I remembered when I went out with him, didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, this guy, you know what I mean? Like we went out. He took me to an MMA gym, and we like got down because he can fight.
Oh.
And yeah,
hot.
Which turned me on.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, and I never talked about this on this show, so I'm gonna say it now. When he took me to this MMA gym, he was like teaching me some moves and stuff. And like we haven't even fucked yet, right? Like this is the first time we're doing this. And I kept strategically spreading my legs on the mat whenever he would pin me and make like sexual noises. You're like,
yeah, I know. I've done it too.
Like being very subtle about it, you know? Like, oh no.
Because I tend to be a little aggressive, like
yeah, and like letting him fucking pin me and all this shit. But then, and then like it was really interesting because when all was said and done, when we finished wrestling. He was like, so what do you have planned for the rest of the day? And I just blurted this out because I wasn't even thinking. I was like, kind of like, you know, I was like fucking horny for his dick at that point. I was like, I don't know, hanging out with you. And he was just like, oh, okay. And then we wrestled in my bedroom. So, and then I was pleasantly surprised with the monstrosity that came out of his pants. I was like, what the fuck? So,
yeah.
But not only that, he's good with using it. And he's a fucking freak. Like a freak, like he.
Well, it's nice to be pleasantly surprised, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, I go for a certain type. Like there was like muscular and
that's
like,
what's funny too. I hate
like,
to say that I go for a type because when you look at my timeline of actual relationships, right? Not just dudes that I bang, they're just dudes that I bang. Yeah. But like if you look at my timeline of relationships, they're usually like musician types or like actor types.
Yeah.
But they also have some of them. I don't like saying they all have a certain look because all the guys that I've dated kind of look different. But in a way, a lot of people that are friends with me, they're like, you have a type. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, I do.
And the guy that I'm dating right now is very unlike the type that people are used to seeing me with. So it's interesting, the dynamic.
But I mean, I just feel like some women, like a friend of mine was like, I've only had like 5-inch penises my whole life, and I'm like, how many men have you been with? Like, and she's like, maybe 10. Like, but it's always been just about average, and I'm like, really? Like,
so she's just attracting these average
dudes.
Yeah,
and I'm like sitting there going, okay, is this like a thing, like an average thing, like certain women, attract certain types of men. So therefore, like, because I mean, like I've had maybe one average penis, and then the rest have been huge.
You know what? That's funny because I'm thinking back to all my the dudes that I've dated, all my ex dudes, and there's only one guy, and it was funny because he was 6'3". He was like a fucking metal drummer.
Yeah.
Shit. And I remember the first time I met him, because I thought he was so hot, I was like, how tall are you? And he was French, and he was like, oh, I'm 6'3". And I was like, I wonder if it matches down there. And then like,
yeah, like, I mean, every once in a while you get that really large dude that's just like,
I'm like,
you're so big though.
I heard a rumor that Shaq, because he's like, what, 7 foot?
Yeah, he's tiny.
I heard he's tiny. So I heard from girls that have allegedly.
We know people,
people that sleep with celebrities.
Like, it's like, Kanye West. Like, we know people that have been with him, and he's quite large.
He'd have to be to get through Kim's ass.
Seriously.
Yeah, like, I mean...
I wonder how big it looks, like, in her ass crack,
dude. We need pictures.
Like,
I need to see that, actually.
Oh, yeah, because her sex tape was not with him. It was with...
Ray J.
Ray J, right? Yeah, Ray J.
I don't even know who Ray J is.
I don't know.
Brandy's brother.
Is that who he is?
Yeah.
Wow, shows how much I know.
This is when Kim Kardashian was working.
We all know who Brandy is, by the way.
Right.
I don't know who Brandy
we're like
is,
90s kids.
I have no idea who Ray J was. I'm like, Ray
who
J?
is this guy?
Brandy's brother.
Like, and fucking these women have gotten famous off these sex tapes, and
Seriously,
I'm like, how? Like, they're horrible sex tapes. Like, this is awful.
Oh, hers was like the worst I heard.
Dude. No, I think the Paris Hilton one was worse.
No, that one was pretty bad.
You're sitting there like, looking at these like cat illuminated eyes and shit, and you're just like, why?
I have often said that if I was the male talent in that sex tape, it would have been a snuff film. If she had answered the phone on me while fucking, bitch has to die.
Paris did that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
She answers her fucking phone while he's inside her. Bitch would have to die.
Have you ever had sex with anybody, like, mid-sex and they picked up the phone?
No.
My ex, because he was a performer.
My ex, like, he would answer he would be on the phone, like, while I was, like, foreplaying, and I'm like, dude,
well,
get off.
There's one thing, like, if I'm on the phone and you start sucking my dick, like, in a playful manner.
Oh, no. It was, like, fully while I was sucking his dick.
He would pick up the phone?
Yeah.
That's so fucking disrespectful.
And I'm like, why? Like, I mean, and I'm fucking amazing at blowjobs.
Yeah, girl.
Like, no, I know this. Like, it's just, I know, like, this is one of my talents. And I'm sitting there, like, I mean, he was just, like, always on social media, always, like, and I was just like,
God.
dude, while we were at dinner, everything, and I'm just like, why are you in a relationship with me? Why not be in a relationship
he was like a social media whore that was just kind of like, I have to be.
Just, like, oh, this guy's calling me, I'm like, dude.
Okay, my problem, I only dated one person that was like that, okay? This was the only time ever, and this was like back in 2005, okay? He was like twice my age. He was a performer. He was a male performer in porn. And he would justify taking a call while mid-sex because what if it's work? What if it's work? What if, like, I'm getting a booking? Because, oh, God, I don't want to put him on blast right now, but...
You should for that shit.
A lot of people weren't shooting him because... he had a couple of scenes where he just, like, blew it. You know what I mean? And so, usually when you're a guy in the business, it's not easy, right? It's not easy.
Yeah, it can be difficult sometimes. I don't fault them for that at all.
A lot of producers, but if it's like a constant thing, a lot of producers, not saying it was a constant thing with him, but when you do that, depending on like who knows about it, a lot of companies will be like, I can't shoot this guy because
we need to get this done.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And so he would always get excited when his phone rang because what if it's work? What if I'm getting a booking? And I'm like, dude.
They'll leave a message. They'll leave a fucking message.
You're not gonna give it to. You're not. It's not like a chick, because with girls in the business, if a girl doesn't like, well, at least in my experience, when I was with a certain agency, I'm not gonna say any names. If I didn't take the call right away, we gave it to somebody else.
Dude, okay, I think we've been on with this agency together. Yes. Yeah.
So like with him, I'm just like, no one's gonna fucking. You can fucking 5 minutes. Come on, dude.
Yeah. You don't answer my call? Like,
Yeah. I don't think any company's going to be like, this dude didn't pick up. Let's find the next guy that's available. Come on.
Agreed. Yeah, but I mean, that is the worst thing in a relationship, I feel like. Like, besides the fights with money, like, the fact that you don't want to converse with me or anything, like, you don't want to have, like, at least 2 hours free. Like, I'll be like, dude, turn off your phone. We're going to dinner. We're going to a movie.
Oh, yeah. If it's not just in sex, if it's like a thing where you're always on your phone with your
like,
partner,
it's
that's
nonstop.
fucked up. No,
like,
that's
checking your likes. Like, I'm like, dude, are you addicted to your shit? Like,
are you a narcissist that
like,
just needs to know how many people like your stuff?
Like, I'm like sitting there going, dude, like, I sit there and show my body to people. Like, I'm not sitting there going, okay, who likes my body? Like, I get myself.
It's so funny because I'm the same fucking way. Like, I don't need to obsessively fucking look and see who the fuck commented my shit. Who, yeah.
And I mean, I feel like it's a newer, what's the word, obsession, but at the same time, I'm like,
it is kind of a newish obsession,
like,
I think.
Like,
with
the
the different platforms of social media that have come to existence now. Because I mean, I remember Twitter was out for a very long time because I was very heavily into web and graphic design, and I ran my own website through college, and I had my own blog before blogging was cool. This is before the days of WordPress.
Yeah.
I used Gray Matter for all you nerds listening. I used Gray Matter. Thank you very much.
LiveJournal.
And I coded all my shit. But I remember Twitter existed back then, and it just, for some reason, it blew up, and it didn't blow up until like 2006. No, 7. 2007, because because I moved back to SF. It was 2009. 2009.
Yeah, 9 is when it really
That's
blew
when I
up.
joined. Because that's when I
Okay.
joined. I was like, I'm not, because I kept saying, I'm not going to fucking join.
I thought
Fuck
it was
that shit.
2006.
I don't want to
Okay.
conform to what everybody else is doing.
I'm old.
And I remembered it was 09 that's when it fucking blew up. But I remembered it existed for years before that, but nobody really used it. No one really understood it.
Well, part of it
Twitter
was
is still this like platform that I still like go with the most. Like,
for sure.
Instagram,
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I
But-
think part of what Twitter's hurdle was in the early days is people have still had to pay per text. Remember, there's no app back in the day. You actually had to text your Twitterers in.
Oh my god,
yeah.
that's a good point because
Yeah.
I remember I didn't get my first iPhone until 2009. I remember that because and it was
I got mine in
I remember it was the
2006.
iPhone
Yeah.
3. It was the iPhone 3, which means that the first one probably came out in like 07.
Yeah,
Probably.
I got my first the first iPhone, like the first version I got in 2006.
Okay, so then see 2006. Mhm.
And I had that for 6 years after.
Shit.
I didn't upgrade forever. But I mean,
I
I,
remember
loved
when
my
people were-
first iPhone.
I had a
though. Like,
sidekick before that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, it was
And like
odd.
a Trio. Do you remember the Trio with the little Palm Pilot?
Motorola
The little-
Razor.
I had a Razor too.
Yeah.
I had a Razor.
And then the Nokia
I was a
brick
queen of
you could
texting
knock
on that
people
because you know how
out
you
with.
could like push the numbers to get
Oh
the
yeah,
right letter
oh yeah,
and shit.
it's like
Yeah,
horrible.
tweeting like that was a
3
nightmare.
Times on the 3 and you're just like,
Speaking
oh
of,
my god.
I went to London in January, and I had an old iPhone that I was able to put a SIM card in, but it was like an old ass iPhone that was like completely fucked. The screen was fucked up. That like if I tried to touch it, it was like possessed. It would like open apps on its own, and I just could not fucking use it. So then I finally go back to the store, and I'm like, you know what? I just need a regular fucking shit phone, the cheapest one that you got. So for like $20 American, I was able to get a tiny little phone that was like
the Nokia brick
2
phone.
inches like in length, and then like an inch in girth. Like it was tiny as fuck.
What is
Because
it?
it was $20. It was like a random off-brand. Like it wasn't like I think it was LG maybe.
Really?
Maybe LG. I don't remember. I just know it wasn't like Motorola or anything like that.
So
Miss
pro
the
tip
Razor, actually.
for when you're out of the country in the future, buy a mobile Wi-Fi router. Just put a SIM in that, and then just use Wi-Fi on your phone.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
like,
you know what? I should have done that because
iPhone is great for that.
so my phone that I have right now, it wasn't unlocked, so I couldn't put a chip in it. So then I had an old ass one that I was like, oh, I can use it. So and then that was one that fucked me. But no, I had to fucking text and communicate with people on this dinky little fucking phone. I'm like, dude, it was like a lost technology for me because I was like, I have not used a phone like this and texted like this since like 07.
Yeah, do you remember like in the
06?
2000s, like the smaller it got, the better it was, you know?
Yeah, like, ooh, I'm
and
cooler
you-
because this phone is
Yeah,
tiny.
like the
Yeah, my phone was like
iPods
2
were,
fingers.
tiny.
Yeah,
and
it's like
shit, and you're
tiny.
just
and
like,
that's exactly what my phone in London looked like. It was like tiny. I
it
still
was
have
horrible.
it. I
It
still
was
fucking have
horrible.
it.
And now it's the polar opposite. Like the bigger, like people are basically carrying iPads as phones.
Oh, yeah.
The
Well,
Pro,
people who travel-
like I can't even like
Tourists
like,
are using their iPads to take pictures and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Like, how are you like do it like because I have tiny little hands and like this phone is even too big for me.
Well, even the plus to me is
the
fucking
iPhone
big.
Plus
My
is
iPad
horrible.
Mini. This has a
Like,
phone number.
Look
on
how
it.
big this is.
I'm
though.
like-
I'm sitting there going like I'm like trying to like go around like and I can't hold it though like because my it's horrible like so I mean I like the iPhone 5. Like that was the last.
Oh, 'cause it's, like, a little bit
it's
smaller frame than the
yeah,
6
and
or the
I could
regular-
do
the
everything
regular
on
6,
it, but it's horrible. So,
Shot.
you want to poop on me?
Oh my god! After all that talk about that, damn. That is
Well, let me get the camera ready real quick.
I'm not gonna be able to. I'll tell you that much.
I just have to ask interesting questions.
Okay,
to get it right.
I had an ex. Okay, I dated a
Oh,
dude.
here we go, here we go.
Who literally was like, "When are you gonna let me poop on your chest?" And I'm like, "You're not fucking pooping on my chest." And he tried to convince me that his ex-girlfriend let him do it. Well, she let me do it, and I'm like, I don't fucking believe you. And even if she did, it's not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna let you fucking shit on my chest. He's like, well, what if I let you shit on my chest first? And I'm like, is this a ploy to get me to shit on you because you secretly want it and not so much anything?
Like this is like I'll
me?
get you to trust me.
Yeah,
like
because as soon as he switched that around, like, well, what if I let you shit on me first? I'm like, aha. You just want me to shit on you. Just say it. Just fucking say it. And he would never admit to it.
It's so weird though. Like I mean, I feel like my personal relationships should be like different than my other relationships.
Didn't we just say like before we got on air? Oh, we're not going to talk about scat.
That's what I said. I'm
Wait.
like, God.
Whatever.
I mean, none of us have done it. So.
Like child pornography, we're not supposed to talk about either.
Oh God.
But
Yeah, we're not talking about that one. I don't think there is anything to talk about except it's wrong.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Don't exploit children. There's some number you're supposed to call.
Yeah,
but I have a thing for priests, though. Just letting you know. All
They're adults.
fathers
I
out
grew
there.
up Catholic, so.
All you fathers out there, just give me an email.
Are you gonna wear like a habit?
Oh yeah, I love that shit. Like that's some of my favorite roleplay, actually. Though.
Yeah.
Do you think that
get
she
the
has to
roller
wear
out?
like a choir boy outfit, like shave her head?
Oh no!
Oh my God, you totally could.
It's
Oh
like
my God.
it's like the top half of the habit, and then the rest is gone. Though, like every single time. Like I have the little hood, and all you can see is my face. It's wonderful.
See, what was I gonna say? I did a scene once, where I wore like a latex nun outfit, and this girl actually wore a real habit, but I was like I was like a vampire nun, and
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
yeah, and then I ended up fucking myself with a crucifix. So I mean, we're all going to hell, so who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
Party on, right? Am I
Like-
right?
I'm not.
How are you
Shut
not
the fuck
going
up,
to hell?
Matt.
I don't believe in it.
Oh yeah, true. See,
What-
there we go.
okay.
All right, I like that
So-
answer.
Yeah, but if okay, no, all right.
No, go on, come on.
I'm not
get
getting
serious
into
now.
this. I'm not getting into this. I'm like, so if you don't believe in it, does that necessarily mean that it doesn't exist? Like I'm like, okay, this is the wrong place for this. Like I'm like I just want to know your opinion on this.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty
this
sure
is
it
the
doesn't
whole
exist
show.
either. You die, you become fucking. Okay, anyways. Oh, we're gonna get really deep right
Oh,
now,
no,
y'all.
you know what? I'm going straight to hell.
So, buried or cremated?
Cremated.
Cremated.
Yeah, I don't want my corpse rotting in the ground. I'd rather you just fucking burn my fucking body to ashes and then.
Yeah, like I mean, I just want to like be spread in a pretty place. I guess I don't.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they resurrect me.
Really? So you want? Oh,
You wanna be
by
buried?
then technology will be different. Is there a Lazarus
Wait, you want
pit?
like a
'Cause if there's a Lazarus pit.
cryo? Like, oh, okay. So we're going to fucking like Laura Lance style, or
I said if there's a Lazarus pit that exists, you can just throw my body in there and then see if I.
yeah,
fucking-
but then you'll become all psycho after. and
True,
shit.
maybe
Like-
possibly.
After?
Well, I mean,
After?
I know.
like, I mean, like,
Boom, psh.
no, I mean even more so. Like, kill. She has to kill people in order to keep herself together. So
I mean,
like Thea had to do that, but she got cured though by Malcolm, right? Are we not going through like Team Arrow here? Like,
Wait, are you talking about fucking Green Arrow?
yeah.
Oh shit, are you talking about the TV show Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't caught up. I've only reached the 3rd season because I haven't had time to fucking watch anything. But I was thinking more along the lines of Batman and the Ra's al Ghul.
Right, that's where it originates.
Okay, I apologize.
I mean, it's still the same universe.
Right.
The
Yes, that works.
the DC universe is still, still the same universe. But I was thinking more along the lines of like.
And how hot was Liam Neeson, though?
Oh.
Like, I would have, box that up just to,
Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy.
I would have called him Daddy. Hi, Liam.
Okay, so you would prefer to have a hot dude with
A small penis.
if it came down to choosing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, do you see yourself leaning more towards younger dudes or, like, older dudes? Or does it matter?
It's back and forth.
It's back and forth.
It depends. Like, it's very individually based. Like, like older dude. Like, you have this like stigma across the board. You're just like, they may not be able to keep up with me.
True,
they won't
because
have the
a
muscles.
lot of older men
like,
do lose their sex drive. They don't have that libido.
like, and I'm, in that older age now because, so I'm just sitting there going, if anybody's older than me, then they're way too old.
Oh, God.
Like, like I'm sitting there, but there are exceptions.
There are exceptions because there's a lot of.
Like-
I had a crush on this leather daddy once that I met. I'm not gonna lie. No, he was totally into women too. Like, I know when I say leather daddy, instant fucking thought is like, what, a gay dude? Anyways, he was a dom. And I remember doing this cuckold scene for kink, and I'm sure everybody's gonna look it up now and see who I'm fucking talking about. But anyways, I remember meeting him, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And he was older, and there was just something about him that I was just like,
Attracted
oh my God,
to,
I just
yeah.
want to fucking I'll just
Yeah.
be your bitch, whatever. You know what I mean? And I had like the biggest crush on him for like the longest time, trying to fucking.
I know
he
this
wasn't local to California, so
Okay.
I was just kind of like, how am I gonna make shit happen? I need to make shit happen. I exchanged numbers with him, but
You had a
there was
time
just-
limit on it before you left.
but yeah, but
like
there was just
something.
something about him, dude, where I was just like, Daddy, I just want to like fuck you and call you Daddy. But anyways,
Yeah, there are those men that are just like, I mean, like for instance, Liam Neeson. I would be like, hi, like, I am your little girl. Don't worry, like you protect me and take care of me.
For the folks at home, if you could see her face.
Like, but I mean, like there are those men that you're just like, but I mean, and then there's like those young men that you're just like, okay, I would just fuck you up.
yeah, I know.
Like
That's the same. You just want to corrupt them and be like,
you just see them and you're just like, okay, that's just, you gotta corrupt that. You gotta,
you're like, come here, little
turn it
boy.
up. Yeah,
I will show
come
you.
on. You
ain't seen nothing
Yeah,
yet, honey.
exactly.
Especially if they're a young dude who's like, yeah, I have this girlfriend, and I've only had sex with like 3 girls, and I'm like, really? I can show you things your girlfriend probably never has.
Exactly. I love it.
You know how I know I'm getting old? I'll see a hot young thing and be like, yeah. And then I'll hear a horrible taste in music and be like, nah.
Yeah, that stuff. Like, I mean, as you get, it's like, I hate saying it. Like, as you get older, you're just like, what? Like, what are they doing? Like, what is this stuff they're listening? It's not even music. It's like sounds.
It's robot sex.
Like
It's interesting too because like the nightclub that I work at, when they have 18 plus nights there, and the 18 plus nights, they specifically, the music is EDM, right?
Yeah,
and then the 21 plus nights, it's hip hop. 21 plus, it's like a very different dynamic between the two nights that I've noticed, and the crowd as well. Like the crowd, the younger crowd versus the older crowd. The younger crowd, they like specifically are like, it's all about the EDM. Everybody's just dancing around, and like the floor is like shaking. I'm like, what the fuck? And whereas the 21 plus night, nobody shows up till fucking closer to midnight, because the 18 plus nights, everybody's there at 10 p.m. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, because their parents are going to yell at them if they're out late.
True, because some of them are probably still in high school. 18 plus. Kids still in high school.
God, yeah.
But yeah, like it's just interesting to see the musical difference between that night and the 21 plus nights.
But that's like the thing with younger men. You're just like, okay, you're only a boy toy. You can't be a relationship.
Yeah.
Because we have nothing in common. Like
I actually, there's this old boy toy that I have. He's an actor. He's like 23, I think, 23, 24. And pig dick, oh my God. He actually asked me to tie him up one time. Like, that was really fucking hot that he was afraid to fucking ask me, and he finally was like, I want you to tie me up, and you know, this and that and the other thing. But I stopped talking to him, and just recently he hit me up and was like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about you. And I'm like, really? Like, is that so? It's been like a year, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
A long fucking time.
You always have you noticed that people fucking like hit you back like years later? You're just like, I miss you.
A lot of times they're like, I've been dating all these chicks and holy shit,
they
man,
suck.
they suck.
Yeah,
that's usually the recurring fucking thing I keep hearing.
Well, and even if you sucked, there's so much time that's passed that like it's just rose-colored glasses. It's like all you remember is the fucking good times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're better than them, so they remember you in such a good light, and you're just like, dude, we fought all the time. I mean, we had great sex, but we fought all the time. Like we didn't get along. Like
there's a reason it ended.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like anytime something ends, you're just like, okay, like I gotta retrace my steps. How did this end? Okay, it wasn't the sex. I'll do this one more time. And then I'll get rid of them.
Like, was the sex really good? Okay, fine. I'll do it one last time.
Yeah, exactly.
One last hurrah to make you want me even more now. It's really weird. I've been getting a lot of dudes coming out of the woodwork because I changed my phone number. So I'm getting all these dudes out of the woodwork hitting me up on like social media. Like, hey, I tried to text you, but I don't think it went through. I'm like, that's because I changed my number.
Well, I turn everybody down, but I'm just like, I don't. Like I've been through this weird, like I'm just gonna say it, middle-aged thing where I'm just like, dude, you're not good enough. You suck. Like anything I don't like about you, no. Like I mean, if there's like one thing, like you like get this thing where you're just like, fuck this. Like,
what I've noticed about being a little bit older now is that I have no time for bullshit. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck no.
Like. If you do something or act a certain way, I'm like, I don't have time for this shit. Like, I can't. I just can't. Like, just go away. It's fine.
If it's not easy, I don't care. Like, and you're not perfect, I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when I was like young, 18, early 20s, I would put up with so much bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Like, it almost kind of stems back to like when I think about when I was like 18, 19, 20, you know what I mean? Like in my early 20s and a dude would flirt with me or whatever, and I felt like I had to give them my phone number, for example, right? Like, oh, fine, I'll give you my number, and then I would regret it, and then I would just ignore them. It's like just to give an example of what I'm talking about. When I was like 19, 20, okay, fine, take my number, but then I would just ignore them, right? Versus now, a dude asks me for my number, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm like, no.
No, it's like when I was younger, I felt like I had to, you know?
No.
When I was younger, like, oh, okay, fine, I'll just be nice. I was afraid of being mean.
I would just give
But
him
now
a false number
I have
when I
no
was
time
younger.
for that bullshit, dude. It's like, no, you can't have my number. Like, go away.
Yeah, like we have no future. Bye.
Yeah,
like there's no way we would get along. See ya. Like, they're like, what? I'm like, no, just no. Like that, like my whole response is no over and over again. Because I don't have to explain myself anymore. Like I just no.
We're not going to get along. I'm too old to change.
I'm not going to change for you. Okay, do you know how old I am? Okay, cool.
You're too young. You're too. Like there's so many things that I like look for in a compatible male now.
You know what's a good boner killer if you're going after the youngins? What, you're just going to leave me hanging?
Okay, yeah. All right. Cheers.
Just leave me fucking hanging. I see how it is.
I can't believe I'm drinking Fireball right now.
So what a good boner killer is, ask them where they were on 9/11. When they're like, oh, my parents are dropping me off at elementary school. It's like,
oh my God.
because if they were born in the 90s.
Like, do you see the disgusted expression I just gave him?
I was in high school when that happened.
Right. But there are people in bars that were going to elementary school on 9/11.
It's true.
No, my birthday was the next day, like, and my on 9/11, my friend, like, well, ex-friend Jay was like dancing around the room because he was Muslim, and, like, but not like a real Muslim, like a wannabe Muslim, and like I was just like, wow, this is my life. I'm 21 years old, and like I mean, because my birthday was September 12th. So,
the day after.
Yeah, so my day was a national
So you were gonna
day
be
of
21.
mourning. Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, okay, we're not celebrating.
You're like, there's no party for me. Holy
like,
shit.
I only turned 21 once, but like, okay, like, so, I mean, that was my mentality at the time. Like, I was so young that I'm just like, I don't give a fuck that a bunch of people died. Like, but I mean, years later, like when my birthday comes up and you see all the things coming up, you're just like, wow, God, this sucks. Yeah. But like at the time, I was such a fucking asshole that I was just like, I don't care a bunch of people died. I want to go out. Like, what is wrong with you people? I'm 21 once. Like, oh my God, it was horrible.
Oh yeah, because it was your 21st. That sucks.
That's fucking miserable.
Sucks, dude.
So, I mean,
I was 16 going on 17 when that happened.
I was 20 and I spent 9/11 in a bar. Oh, I was supposed to have an interview with Southwest Airlines.
Oh my God.
They actually called to reschedule, which I was amazed about.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, my interview's off. I'm going to the bar. One of my buddies is bartending. So I sat in a bar watching CNN all fucking day.
Holy shit.
And on that downer note.
I know,
I mean,
how do we get into that conversation?
Well, because it really...
I feel like the oldest one in the room because you're like...
You got me by a couple months. Like,
wait, when's your birthday, Matt?
February.
Oh, February. Okay.
I'm September 12th.
Yeah, you got me like...
1980.
You got me by 5 months, whatever. So much older than me.
Oh, yeah. There's a huge difference. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm going to be 37 before you. Like, that's the problem here.
Hey, I'm still not convinced I'm going to make it to 37, so...
Oh, God.
Hey, I didn't think I was going to make it to 30.
Really?
Dude, when I was younger...
Dude, yeah, I mean...
This is a fictional age.
Yours there. Because, I mean,
a lot of
when
people, you know, when I was...
Like, every year, my mom goes, I'm surprised you made it to another birthday.
Oh,
like,
my
I'm like,
God.
what? Like, she's like, I didn't think you were going to make it past your 21st birthday, so this is amazing. I'm like...
You know what? I went to high school with kids that were like, I don't want to fucking live past my 20s, and it's so crazy that people actually feel that way, because, I mean, look at the fucking singer of Joy Division. He fucking killed himself when he was 23, because he was like, I don't want to live past my 20s.
See, okay, like... I'm gonna die at age 49, by the way. Like, I put this in effect when I was very young. Like,
this just took a very dark
turn. No. Like, it's a great turn.
Okay.
Like, I mean, yeah. I'm just we all have control over our own lives.
For sure.
And that's a great...
To a degree.
Okay, no, we can take our own lives, okay?
Well, yeah, no, that aspect, yes, but there's a lot of things that are way out of our control.
Okay, what? Like what?
Hey, an earthquake could topple this building right now. That's beyond our control.
Okay, no, agreed. Like, we all have a false sense of security. Like, I mean, our locks, like our walls, everything. Like, I agree, but at the same time, like I have a very secure, like, happy thing where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get all my goals done in 13 years.
Do
13
everything and go everywhere that you wanted to fucking go.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to hell because I'm gonna kill myself at 49. Okay, no. It's not a bad thing. Like, I've set this in motion since I was 18. Okay. Because one, the equipment in my legs is going to kind of disintegrate. Like, and I'm not gonna get another surgery. My diabetes is going to take over. All these health problems and everything else, like, that are coming, to the surface. I'm just like, okay. So 49. My dad died at 47, so I'm just like, okay. 49 is the best thing. I won't be 50, and I'll get my goals done and then move on gracefully. Okay, like, right?
Okay.
All right. So what is the top priority goal? What do you got to get done first?
Okay. Well, I can't discuss that on here.
Can you discuss number 2 then?
Pretty much, it's stabilizing my life and getting the business that I want up, like, in a kind of roundabout way. But it's a business that I want to keep off this.
All good. That's fine.
Like, it's hard to explain.
You want to be successful in business. Gotcha.
Yeah, like, and I mean, but the business is, rescuing dogs, pretty much.
Why does that have to be off air?
Because I'm talking about being a Dom while like
you want to mix
these,
the two?
Yeah, these things need to,
You're not dominating dogs. It's cool.
On occasion, I am. Right?
Get a sense, yes.
In a sense. I mean, if it's a bad dog.
Yes. I did
So
some puppy
49.
training the other night. Yeah. I mean, considering all the things that have gone in my life, I'm just like, okay, that's a good age, right? Like, I mean, most people are just like, that's in the middle. And I'm like,
It is kind of in the middle, yeah.
Like,
Depends on where you are in human history.
True.
Agreed. Yeah. Like, I mean, people, die at age, 80 to 100 now, like because of our medical advances.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
But at the same time, you're sitting there going, okay, well, I hit diabetes in the 80s, which put me in animal insulin. I had pork and beef insulin for a good part of that. So, and then the advances came, but at the same time, like the degeneration of certain parts of my body, like it went. And then when I got hit by the car, like, I mean, I have metal in my legs.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
With your legs, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, you're supposed to get replacements for your legs, like, I mean, or, even 50-year-olds with their hips, like hip replacements, you have to get replaced every 10 years. I'm on my 14th year. And I should have gotten them replaced, and I'm never going to get them replaced because that surgery will take me out of everything I'm doing for at least 3 months with my diabetes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to let everything break down because I'm doing so well now that I'm just going to let it go.
Right.
So that's why I choose 49. Because after, you see the progression of everything and you go, okay, in my 50s, that's when everything goes down. You have the... Okay, I don't want to get into this. Like, this is a really bad subject.
Okay,
Hey, the genie's out of the bottle. Let's just keep going.
I'm sitting there going, okay, menopause.
No, that's awesome. No period.
I don't have a period now, but anyways, no, like, I feel like I was actually just having this conversation with someone recently about, like, think about the people that are, like, in their 80s and 90s, because that's what made me think about it when you mentioned, like, people live to fucking 80 to 100 or whatever. And you see people, I mean, granted, okay, there are people who are that age that are still alive and kicking. Like, I mean, like, oh, I'm lifting weight. Like, you see these videos of, like, 82-year-old woman lifting weights, and she's so healthy, and she doesn't even look 82, right? But really, realistically, there's a lot of people in that age range where they're just, like, rotting.
Yeah,
and they need people
not
to feed them. And
not, like,
it's like, why would you want to still be alive? I mean, I hate to be, like, mean or like, dark about it, but it's like, why would you want to still be alive if you're, like, pooping in a diaper and like needing someone to fucking feed you?
I don't know. The minute my sex drive goes, I'm out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and
I'm
I keep
sitting
thinking,
there going, all you're doing is taking from the planet. You're not producing. You're not being motivated. You're like all that stuff.
Especially like
I feel like you're just sitting there doing nothing.
And not only that, there are people that are that age that are suffering from like dementia and like stuff like that, where it's just where it's really sad, and you're like, fuck, man. And talking about the sex drive thing, I had this conversation with someone at work. One of the cocktail waitresses, she's like, because she was the one that we were making jokes about the old ladies, they're like in their 60s staring at us, and they didn't look like they were talking shit. They just kind of had this, smoking a cigarette, like, remember the good old days, you know what I mean? And she kind of, and this girl that I work with, she looked at me and she was like, man, you know what? I feel like once a party girl, always a party girl. I mean, look at me. I work in fucking cocktailing. She's a little older, She was like, I feel like when I'm fucking that age, I'm still going to be fucking partying. And then I was like, I'm right there with you, man. Because if I'm like that age and I'm fucking sitting in a home somewhere, like doing jack shit, like just fucking kill me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like, once you're, unfortunately, like once your usefulness and your productivity goes out the window, like you, not only are you a waste generally, but at the same time, like your mind goes with it, because like productivity and having goals, everything else, like goes with a healthy mentality. Like, but if you don't have those things, and you're not able to do them, then it's very unhealthy. Like you're just sitting there going, why am I here?
That's why I give props to all the people that are like, that are older of that age, that are like out doing shit. Like I remember meeting a dude, like, okay, so we're talking about like, 80-year-old women that's like, oh, I'm fucking lifting weights and shit. I met a dude who's like well into his fucking 70s who's like built, because he was like, you know what, I'm getting older. So I've been like surfing and doing a lot of fucking outdoorsy shit, and you would never think that he was the age he is because of how much activity he likes to fucking do. Because he's like, I refuse to like be clumped up with that age group where I'm not doing shit with myself, and I'm like, damn, dude, you're taking care of yourself, like, but.
Well, I mean, there are like exceptions, obviously. Like, but it's very difficult after a certain amount of time.
No, I
like,
agree. I agree.
I mean, I see it with my own mother, and like I'm like sitting there going, okay, like you need to get goals. You need to find other things to do. Like just because you can't work, like doesn't mean that you can't like do something else. So I'm just. It's been very difficult for me to see certain, like, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to waste the world's, resources, everything else, if I'm not producing. Right. Like, I mean, it's not healthy for me to do that as well. So it's just mentally, we need goals. We need to be progressive. And it's hard to do that after a certain while.
True.
It's true, but I also don't understand a lot of the older generations, like, their only goal in life was to have a stable job and pump out 2.5 children. I don't understand. That's the extent of your ambitions.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm going to have a family because I want to, like, make my bloodline keep going.
Right.
I see that a lot.
I have friends who I went to high school with who have multiple kids. They have a decent job, but that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Agreed.
That's it. They have nothing else. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just hoping to, for general purposes, have a general business that helps throughout time. Like somebody else can take over for me when I'm, done.
Yeah.
And keep on providing.
Do you want kids?
A good no.
Nah, neither do I.
I mean, it just doesn't seem to like. I mean, everything that's like come for this amount of time, I'm just like, okay, it's not in the cards.
They're a sucker's play. They're absolutely a sucker's play. Kids.
Honestly, I've never, ever wanted children. Never. Ever since I was a little girl.
Agreed.
Because, a lot of people, they know they want kids when they're like 5. Oh,
I know. Like the marriage, the kids.
Well, yeah, but these are the same people that are like, I love Christ, and this is because this is what has been taught to them of what is expected of them out of life.
True. But me growing up, I've always been like anti-fucking breeding, and then now that and it's funny because when I was in my 20s, I kept holding the same fucking ground. Like I never want children, and all my friends would fucking tell me like, "Oh, you're young. Just wait till you get older. Wait till your clock is ticking."
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
shut the fuck up. And now I'm 33 years old almost, and it's like I still don't want fucking children. I don't. Like every time I'm in a room with a child, I'm like, get that thing away from me. And like,
I don't go that far.
No, I mean like, okay, listen. There are some children. I used to nanny. Okay, I nannied someone's kids before. She had triplets and twins, and it was great. But like, there are certain people that just don't know fucking how to raise their children right, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and people tell me that I want kids. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, agree.
Right.
But I have nieces and stuff like that, nieces and nephews, where they're great kids, but. Big picture, I don't want that. I fucking don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want
that. Like, I was always like, okay, if I'm in a certain situation, like if I have an actual partner, and I was I made enough money, everything was perfectly situated, like everything was planned out. Because I'm a control freak, by the way. I was just like, okay, that'll work. But I've never been in that situation to be able to provide all of that to a child because I'm sitting there going, I want everything perfect for that child. And it's never been perfect. So I'm just like, okay, no, it's not meant to be. And I will never have a kid. Yeah.
For me, I'm fucking selfish. Like, if I was really well-to-do, I would probably have kids. But I'm not willing to sacrifice shit. I want to travel. I want to drink.
See, same.
And the only time in my life where I even considered, like for half a second, considered having a child is I had an ex. She had a kid already. Things were getting serious. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to get involved and help raise her kid, I might as well have one of my own. And then I freaked out and ran.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. What the fuck am I doing here?
Well, like if you're going to have a kid, you like want them to be of your own, you know.
Have you ever dated someone that had a kid?
Yeah. And it, okay.
I've never dated anyone that had a kid before.
That you knew about?
That I knew about. Correct. That I knew about. Like, because I have a lot of friends that are like, yeah, I totally dated this chick or this dude that had kids.
My God.
And me, I have, to my knowledge, I've never dated anyone that had children to where I could be like, this is different. But I still, even in that though, I still just don't fucking want children. I just don't. I keep telling because my dad really, really wants me to have kids. I could have had one, and if I would have kept it, it would be 7.
I mean,
and your life would be ruined.
And my life would be ruined. I wouldn't be able to travel and have fun, you know?
Exactly. Like I'm sitting there going, like I mean, everybody thinks I would be a great parent because I'm such a control freak, and I like, you know, will plan everything out and you know, make sure that they have everything and everything. It's horrible, but I'm like, no. Like I want my freedom. I want to be like a productive person, and if it's not my own child, then like I want to save.
No, I'm completely right there with you. And then that's why I ran away from that. Part of the reason I ran away from that relationship.
Cheers again, Shotskis.
Because I totally freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to save this fucking mediocre job I'm working right now to help provide for this child that isn't even mine. I might as well have one with her if I'm going to help provide for her kid. Oh my God, I'm never going to accomplish anything I want to accomplish. Yeah. I'm going to wake up in fucking 20 years and be my fucking father.
How old were you? How old were you when this happened?
Late 20s.
Oh shit, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, like I sit there, like, and you know, like as we said, I'm 36, and so I'm sitting there going, okay, I have 2 years before my eggs die, pretty much. Like they can't be fertilized. 38 is like kind of the cutoff.
My sister had her kid at 41.
Oh no, my mom had a kid at 37. Me. But I'm sitting there going, okay, like, I mean, with my health problems, everything else, like diabetes, all that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to have a healthy child, it would have to be like right now. But I'm sitting there going, okay, if this actually happened, like, I wouldn't be productive in a proper way, like that would help the world. Mm-hmm. And so I'm sitting there going, no.
Have you considered like freezing?
My eggs are already like a little messed up, but I've been through a situation where I actually thought about it like recently, and I was just like,
you're like, maybe I should just do it just in case.
Well, yeah, like I'm sitting there going like against a clock.
Surrogate.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there going, okay, my whole bloodline is gonna be lost after me, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, because you don't have siblings, right? See, with me, I have a younger sister who's like 7 years younger than me. She's like 25, dude. She's 25 fucking years old. She's still young.
Pop out she's 7 kids in this time.
And she's gonna get married, right? I'm like, I've been married twice already, but anyways, she's gonna get fucking married, and I'm like, dude, and my dad keeps bothering me, like, when are you gonna get? Because he knows that I'm older, you know, and that's the only reason why he keeps pushing me to do it. Even though my sister's the one that's gonna get married. He knows that I'm getting older, so hey, when are you gonna fucking give me grandchildren? I'm like, no, ask my sister. And I think about it all the time, even though I'm very adamant about not having children ever. I feel like that's just never gonna change. And whenever people bring it up, like in my family more specifically, when they bring it up, I'm like, listen, even if I changed my mind when I'm like 40 or whatever age, if I'm like going through a crisis where I'm like, I think I want to breed now. I don't even want to fucking carry the child myself. Like, the idea of pushing a child out of my fucking pussy, I am so sorry, but no.
I'm so tight.
Yeah,
like,
I can't even fit a fist
like,
up there, okay?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No. Everybody says it's normal.
It'll just tear. It's cool.
No,
and you know what they do? My mom,
you don't. Like, that's permanent damage. A child is permanent damage to your vagina.
My mom.
Like,
no, it really is. It really is. Because listen. My mother used to be an OB nurse, an obstetrical. She used to help deliver babies. And she would tell me all these fucking horror stories of how, like, pussies would tear, and they would have to use, like, lidocaine spray to, like, fucking, like, soothe the vagina area. I'm like, ooh, like, post-birth. and all these other horror stories. And no, I mean, yeah, sure, that kind of like added towards my like distaste for the idea of having children. But even before then, I just never was interested in having kids. I used to, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, really, I used to talk about how like, no, I want to travel the world. I want to fucking explore and do different things. A child is gonna fucking get in the way of that. I've always had that mentality, and that hasn't changed. So whenever people in my family are like, come on, you're getting older, and I'm like, I'm not that old. I'm fucking 33. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not even like halfway to 40 yet. Like,
Agree.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I was the same way. Like, I was just like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids.
I don't even think about it. I've been married twice already. I know I'm never gonna get married again.
Wait, you've been married?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the second one didn't really count, but
2 marriage proposals.
The second one doesn't count. I mean, I've had a lot of marriage proposals.
Okay, wait. Okay, you've been married twice,
but the second one doesn't count.
Why does the second one not count?
The second one doesn't count because he was a foreigner. We were legitimately together. Okay, we were legitimately together, and I found out that his visa was running out, and I was actually going to find somebody else to marry him. But then I was like, well, we're legitimately together. We might as well just fucking do it.
Okay, all right, I get it.
However, because I'm smart, I told him right off the bat. I said, and I'm allowed to talk about this because we're divorced now. Anyways, I told him right off the bat. I said, listen, because it was a very new relationship. I said, if this relationship doesn't work out, like, I will fucking help you, but, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
So we, whatever, we're still friends to this day, but we ended up breaking up. The relationship didn't fucking work. He was too controlling and too paranoid about like what I was doing, and I just could not fucking handle that. I was like, whatever.
Dude,
so we're divorced now. But
the
first marriage, that was like to a man that was twice my age. We had an open marriage. I left him for one of my lovers. So it's like, if you're gonna have an open relationship, and most of my relationships have been open. And but that specific relationship where I was actually married, we had like that was my first poly relationship because I had side boyfriends, and stuff that he knew about, of course, because that's what being poly is all about, right? Is being able to have multiple relationships with multiple people and being in love with them. And so I had a better connection with somebody else that I ended up meeting, and I ended up leaving him for him. And so then we were together for 5 years. That's my longest relationship. So the guy that I left my ex-husband for, we were together for 5 fucking years. And then, it's a long fucking time. And then we eventually broke up because it was like, I don't know, I feel like after 4 years you get to that point, and we had an open relationship as well. You get to that point where you're just kind of like, we're just better off as friends. You know what I mean? And that's what ended up happening. We were like, we're just better off as friends. So we broke up. And then I dated this guy that's not from this country, and then I ended up marrying him. But technically, I was only ever married one time. And after being married twice, I'm like, there's no reason why. I feel like if you're in love with someone, I don't need a fucking piece of paper to tell me and legally bind me to someone saying that, like, oh, we're married. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I never, like... I've gotten a couple, like, I mean, and they were like my longest relationship, 10 years and 15 years, but I feel like marriage was such a commitment that I was just like, no. Like, and these ended my relationships, honestly. Like, I mean, that was like the beginning of the end when I was just like, no, I don't want to be married. Like, that. Like, I've been... Like, I'm usually very upfront with my relationships. Like, I'm like, I don't want to get married. I don't want kids. I want just a relationship. That's good. Like, but it always ends up at that one point of marriage and kids. And you're just like, fuck.
Well, because society expects that shit.
Dude. I mean, we aren't happy. Like, you just, like, stop.
Why you gotta get the government involved?
Yeah. Like, why do we need to be married? Like, we love each other. Like, we've loved each other for this long.
Well, that's what it was like with the guy that I was with for 5 years. We were together for 5 years. We're like, we're almost at common law marriage.
Yeah,
agreed.
You know what I mean?
I think it's like 7 years. 7 years, yeah. We were like almost to that point, and then I got pregnant. And it was really fucked up because he was like, I feel like, when you make a child out of love, you shouldn't, like whatever. But I was just like nowhere in my life ready for something like that.
Yeah, agreed.
That I was just straight up like, nope. Yeah. And I ended up getting rid of it. And I don't regret it. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'd be like, no.
That kid would have ruined your life.
I would not be here right now if I had that.
Oh, come on.
child.
A 7-year-old would learn how to make us cocktails.
Okay, true. I'd be like, hey, Matt, I got a kid. Let's go.
You think I'm serious? Come on.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're going to pause real quick.
Pause.
Okay, so apparently it's off color to say that a 7-year-old should be bartending for us.
True. I'm not going to lie. I have no regrets that I fucking did not choose to have that child. Anyways, cheers, guys. I'm taking a shot right now. Excuse me.
What's fucked up is you guys have killed a pint of Fireball between the two of you, and this is how much bourbon I've had by myself.
And that's a half a bottle of
Bernheim.
Yeah, we're on the Bernheim.
Bernheim.
Yeah, I've drank half a bottle of Bernheim by myself, so...
But everybody knows that I'm really loaded because I don't drink.
It's okay.
I decided to, have my relationship woes and the, break. But
And I
like,
as I said on break, just be honest.
I think you should be honest. I think.
okay, everybody plays games. Everybody plays games.
See,
Well, that's bullshit. Get off the fucking get off the merry-go-round. Stop, being on the merry-go-round. Just step off and be like, this is the deal. What the fuck?
Because I'm not a fan of playing games. That's why I don't do it. But
I
also,
don't either,
when
usually.
people want me, right? Because I have all the, well, I'm all making it sound like I'm like fucking so desirable. But anyways,
You are hot.
when dudes like want a relationship with me, they just outright come out with it. So I feel like if that's something that you want, or if you want to let him know how you feel, I think you should just need to come out with it and see what happens.
I wish less women would play games with me.
Rejection.
Girls have played women that I can't. Oh my god!
More Fireball for Cruz.
Like I'm a very straightforward, put it all out there person, but I'm not like.
My ex-girlfriend legit was like, "Oh yeah, let's get married." Da, da, da. And then next thing I know, she's fucking telling me, "I see myself married to a man with children in the future," and I was like, "Get the fuck out!" Literally.
Wait, that happened in the last 48 hours?
No, this happened years ago.
Oh,
my first serious ex-girlfriend.
I thought you were talking about the girl who said she saw herself with you like 2 days ago. Because I was like, in the last 48 hours, she's like, I changed my mind. I want a man and children.
Dude, it's amazing how. Okay, so there's this girl. She had never been with a woman before. Okay, she had never been with a woman before. I was the first girl she had ever been with. Right. And we got really wasted the other night. We got wasted, and she straight up told me, she goes, it's like, I hate to say it, but I feel like when you drink, the truth fucking comes out, right? Like,
agreed.
the truth fucking comes out. And she just fucking out of nowhere told me, I feel like if you and I would hang out more, or whatever the fuck it was that she said. What did I say? She said,
if we'd hang out more, I feel like we
that's
should
exactly
be together.
what it is. She did say, if we hung out more, I feel like you and I would end up together. And I was like, what? Like, it came out of nowhere, because this is coming from a woman who, oh yeah, I'm dating this dude, I'm dating this other dude, whatever. And like, we only hooked up one time. And for us to just be the two of us, like no guys, no other girls, just me and her playing catch up, because we hadn't hung out and drank together or like did anything together in forever. Like over a year, I want to say, almost. No, it's been less than a year,
Okay.
but still, it's been a long time. It's been a long fucking time. So it was the first time we got together, and she just, after a few drinks, like, because we got fucking lit, she was like, if we hung out more, I feel like you and I would end up together. And I was just kind of like at a loss for words, because I was like, wait, what?
I gotta say, I didn't comment on this the other night when we were on air. That's a ballsy play.
That is a ballsy play.
Like, if I said to a woman, like, hey, girl, if you and I hung out more, I feel like we'd be together. That'd be so fucking like, nope.
That just came out. That just came out right out of left field. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, I've had that happen recently. Like, I'm just like, I mean, I've known a girl for I don't know how many years, over 10, and they just like, once you're single, it comes out. Like, they're like, you know what? I've always had a crush on you, but and I'm like, what? Like, what? Huh? Like, that I wouldn't have a relationship with a woman. Like I like banging women, but like
You won't do relationships.
Yeah, like I'm
Very selective.
Yeah, like I'm
I'll do a
horrible about it. Like I'm like it's only men that I have relationships with. That like women I tryst about with.
Well, see, it's really funny because when I was in a serious relationship with a woman back in my San Francisco days, I was 19. She and I both. The joke was I date women, fuck men, because like me and my ex-girlfriend, we kind of like we were together. She was the one I cuddled at night, and then we would prey on men and women together, fuck them, and be like literally. I gave my best friend in college.
What the fuck is that amateur move?
It was on silent. I don't know how it got off silent. What the fuck?
Because you switched it off silent.
I think when we were, anyways. So
amateur bullshit, Cruz.
Motherfucker.
Amateur bullshit.
That was my bad. I'm such an unprofessional right now. So, anyways, she and I, I remember having a threesome with my best friend in college. He had never been with two girls before, and when all went down, like she was like, take a bath with me, and we locked the bathroom door and purposely locked him out of the bathroom. And he kept knocking because he knew that we were doing shit in the bathroom, and we're like, go away, we'll be there in a minute. So she and I fucked around with each other in the bathtub. Then we came in the room, and I have pictures of this. Oh my god. Then we fucked the shit out of him, and then when all was said and done, we were like, you need to go. Like, you can't stay here. Like, it's me and her time. So I went through a period in my life when I was like, okay, I date women, fuck men, because it was more fun for me to like be with my ex-girlfriend. I was like in love with her. She was the first serious girlfriend I ever had. But then she broke my heart when she was like, I see myself married to a man and having children, in the future. Da, da, da. I was like, there's the door. Get the fuck out of here. And yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. Like, I'll be in relationships with men, but I won't, be in relationships.
You'll fuck women, though.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I have fun with women, but it's, and I know I sound very unsensitive, but like, I like what I like, but
hey, there ain't shit wrong with that.
Like, I mean, and they all know it, of course. Like, I'm very open with the way I am, but I like, relationships are male. Like,
yeah.
Fuck around time. Like, yeah, females all the way. Like, I'll have fun with you. But, yeah, I mean, it's always long relations with men, but, it's okay.
Don't look at me. It's just chicks.
Hey, I mean, come on. Well, so you've never been in a relationship with a woman before?
No, I mean, I'm odd though. Like, I mean,
You're not odd. Like,
well, no, like, I mean, obviously I like playing with women all over the place.
Of
like,
course.
I mean,
I know you like
Asians.
Asians.
It's been,
hey.
yeah, I know. Like, Asians are one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Like, you guys can dress as ninjas, schoolgirls.
You like Asian schoolgirl.
I just realized something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, do that again.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
See, I love you long time.
Oh, I love you long time. Sucky, fight that.
Okay, see? Yeah. That's what I love.
What were you going to say, Matt?
I lost my train of thought.
See? Everybody loses their train of thought when that comes up, though.
I had an unfunny point that I was about to make, and that completely tops whatever I was about to say. So,
oh God,
all good.
I love that shit though. Like, everything stereotypically Asian, I'm like, oh, that's hot.
I give you happy ending with your massage.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I'm like, oh, like but I mean, there's a reason why Asians are their own fetish. Like, okay. I mean, no,
okay.
Like, I mean, out of all the ethnicities, everything, like, Asians have their own fetish. Like, there's an Asian fetish.
True.
And
yellow fever.
Yeah, but if you're a real connoisseur, it's broken down by nationality, not just Asian.
Okay.
Like, I like Japanese girls.
Okay.
I do.
I'm fond of Japanese. I mean, Asa is
she is
Japanese.
Yes.
You know,
Asa
and like,
is Japanese. Who else is Japanese? There's only a handful of Asian girls.
Kira Lane.
Kira Lane is Japanese, and she just recently like became a performer, an actual performer.
Really?
Marika Hase.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, she can barely speak English. You would love her.
Oh yeah.
I would definitely.
I love
did a
that
scene-
shit.
I did a scene with her for Jules Jordan, I think it was. Well, Bonnie Rotten directed it, and yeah, she can barely speak English because I remember seeing her at Exotica Denver, and I interviewed her on my radio show, and she had to have Akira Lane was there translating. Akira
like,
Lane was legit translating, and Marka, she has a boyfriend that's in the business. And I'm like, how do you guys, because he's not Asian. He doesn't fucking speak, Japanese, I don't think. But it was very interesting. And she's really cute, too. But yeah, when we did our scenes together, it was very, my name is Marika Hase.
God, hot.
I need some alone time real quick.
I'm like, okay,
Do you know what that is? You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, yeah.
But I'm going to Google real quick.
She's a newish, look her up. She's a newish
What's
Asian
her name?
girl. Marika. It's Marica. And then the last name is either Hace or Hase. But I'm sure will pop up with it, whichever name you fucking put up.
Like,
Essie.
Okay.
I mean, I dressed up Kenny Styles and Asa.
Because she has an Asian fetish. But look at. And she literally talks like, Marika.
I can't deal with that. So, like, I'm just like, yeah, like you are so fucking hot. Like,
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it.
Speak English at all.
You go to her
Like,
Twitter, and it's like a lot of it is written in Japanese because she has a lot of fans that she likes to write to in Japanese.
hot.
Oh yeah.
It's
Take me back to
you're
Tokyo,
male.
girl.
Yeah, you don't. You
Take
don't have
me
to be
back to
male or
Tokyo.
Female, if you're Asian, like I will go.
Yeah,
there.
because Kenny Styles was a fucking male
Dude.
performer that was Asian, and he was like
Hot.
the only male performer.
he
that
was the
Asian.
first male performer that I actually went with. Like he was
Yeah, didn't you
such
guys-
perfection.
Yeah. He's Thai, right? Isn't he Thai?
Thai, and he had the English accent. So you're
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
he was English, but he was Thai. Yeah.
Yep.
He was Thai,
Oh,
and
my
then
name
he
is
moved
Kenny
to
Styles.
And like I mean, he had a large penis too, and
Actually, yeah, you know what? For an
worked
Asian
it.
guy, he
Like,
did have a big. Wait,
yeah.
wasn't there another Asian performer?
I don't remember any other Asian.
I think he was the only
performer.
one. You're right.
Like
right.
male, no.
Kenny
Like,
Styles. Oh my god.
But I mean, I don't know what happened to him, but
I do. He is involved with a friend of mine, and they have a kid together.
oh, I think I
Really?
heard about that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you who. She's a performer too.
But didn't he move out of the country?
Yeah, they're out of the country.
That's what I thought because I remember I think we're friends on Facebook or something. I can't remember where I saw this, but I think I remembered seeing that like he like moved out of the U.S.
Hey Kenny, if you're listening, we love you and we want you to come back. Yeah.
I worked with him one
You're
time.
the only Asian porn star that we love.
As long as it doesn't upset my friend. Like,
Oh no, I mean a male. Okay, just letting you know.
Wait, you were gonna say something. You said you dressed him and who else up?
Oh, I dressed him as a ninja.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Asa as a schoolgirl, and that created my Asian fantasy.
I remember that now.
Like I was fucking horrible. Like Asa was like, "Really, really, are you gonna do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But I mean, like when you become a porn star, you're just like, okay, like I'm gonna like live all my fantasies. I'm gonna do everything I want, and this was like the pinnacle of like everything I wanted in one like film.
She legit has an Asian fetish.
Oh yeah,
Legit.
yeah,
Legit Asian fetish.
Oh God! I mean, Kenny and Asa together.
Yeah, because you had them both together at the same time.
Oh yeah, and it was one of my favorite scenes of all time.
so have you ever been out over to Asia? Any?
No.
Where would you like to visit?
Okay, think about it. I'm just talking about you, like Chicago with you guys, okay? Like, I've been to Canada, the United States, and Mexico. That's my extensive.
Then I think whenever you decide to finally go overseas, you need to go to
no.
some Asian country.
I'm going to Japan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go to Japan.
Like,
so
been to Japan.
and
Matt's been to Japan.
I'm just gonna go
2
to
times.
opium dens with all the hot Asians and just lay with them and like give them love.
Or like
while they're
So-
on
you're
their
like I just want to
opiate
lay
highs.
with them.
Like I'll just like caress them and make them feel okay with their opiate highs.
Legit piece of advice: cover your tattoos.
No,
You have to.
why?
Dead serious, you'll get refused service in places.
Because he has tattoos and he got he fucking.
I'm a girl.
It doesn't matter. So, in Japanese culture, tattoos have criminal connotations. It's like wearing gang colors.
Oh
And it
my
doesn't matter
God.
if you're a
Yeah,
tourist.
I know.
If you're
I
a
know.
tourist, they still
I just
have
feel
that.
like all those little. Those what are they called?
The Yakuza?
No.
Oh, I don't know what you were trying to say. I was just throwing shit out.
the things that we're discriminating. I feel like we're past that in this day and age.
No, not at all.
No.
I've been there twice. I was there last year.
Oh, all right.
Tell us a story about what happened.
I'm just
So-
hitting the opium dens and
Trip 1, I went with my tattoo artist. He has visible facial tattoos.
Oh yeah, facial tattoos. That's right.
I didn't cover mine. We legitimately walked into what were supposed to be rock bars, and we're just told so sorry, we're closed. So sorry, we're closed. And there's people obviously there sitting there drinking, eating.
Like they were clearly not closed.
Right. They're super polite about it. They will never be mean about kicking you
So
out.
you never had an experience where they were mean about it, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Japanese culture is not about that.
Okay, because I was gonna say I was like, ooh, almost like racist.
No, it is super racist.
Yeah.
It's just super polite about it.
Okay, so they're like, sorry, we're closed.
Yeah, no,
Clearly not.
we got refused service in about 10 different places over the course of that trip.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
It
It's one
is.
thing if it was 1 or 2, but 10
yeah,
in just that one trip.
Me as a hot girl, very white. Do you think that would happen?
One, I'm not very white.
Oh no, but you're a male.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In their culture, it's like wearing gang
Okay,
colors.
but think about it. I could paint over everything and go in as geisha.
That might be culturally offensive too. Maybe.
But I would get laid a lot, right?
Potentially.
I'm like, here are the goals. What do I have to do to get to these goals? Step by step. Okay, I'll become a geisha. And cover the tattoos. And, put the eyes, perfect, everything. Red lipstick. Nice robe. And go in.
I'm sure you'll have fun, but for an example, one of my buddies got a temporary gym membership while we were there, and it specifically said on the membership that you could not have tattoos and work out at that gym.
Wow. It's just crazy because,
Holy shit.
Yeah, the majority of the hot springs will not let you in if you have any tattoos.
It's in the written paperwork, you must not have visible tattoos.
No, tattoos, period.
Holy shit.
The girl, the girl at the desk.
Covered most of my tattoos. Would they know, or judge after I took the robe off?
Well, depends on where you are.
Okay.
But dead serious, the girl at the counter turned to my buddy you sure you don't have any tattoos?
Wow.
He's like, no, I'm good.
Crazy.
Are they going to inspect you or something? Turn around, let me pull off your shirt.
Yeah,
let's see.
I'm gonna put
Oh
this
my
up your butt in
God.
order to know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a thing there.
I just find that crazy in this day and age. After when I was young, 2005 is when I came in. So, I already had a full amount of tattoos, and I was, just criticized. I couldn't get work, all that.
From shooting?
Yeah. It was only pretty much Burning Angel. So there were a few other ones, but it was very niche.
Yeah. No, that's true. Because in the beginning, yeah.
And as time went on, it became more open, and I'm sitting there going, okay, the rest of the world is like this, but no.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Like, I mean, over time, like, you know, girls with tattoos all over could have a good career, everything else.
Yeah.
So,
Some girls, a lot of girls, not so much.
well, I mean, I've seen a few come up, you know, like, and make a really great living. Like Cleo Valentine, for instance.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
that, like, she surpassed every expectation I had. And she's a gorgeous, like, amazing girl.
But Cleo was also around for years before that came about.
Well, I mean, you know, a few, like 3, 4.
More than that.
No, like, I mean, like I followed, like, you know, a few people.
I met Cleo in 2010, so...
Yeah. But I mean, she, okay, I'm not going to get into.
I know, no, we don't need to get into, like...
You know, but.
We don't need to get into inside baseball here.
The thing is like, there's certain people that, you know, have all those things that could pull them back. And they've gone on and made, like, an amazing career for themselves.
Oh, I wholly agree. But there's also other girls who it's held them back, where they would have been a average or above average performer, but because they're covered in tattoos, they're...
Well, I mean, okay, you have Emily.
Emily who?
Is-
Emily Parker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or God, what's up? I mean, because Cleo is kind of like my pinnacle of what can happen. Like, I sit there and
What's
I
her
watch,
fucking name?
Well, I mean, Bonnie really is the real pinnacle of heavily tattooed.
Yeah,
True,
And
true.
I mean, it's an interesting situation, but you know, she has really surpassed everything that I thought she would be. And so, like, you can have a million tattoos, like, anywhere on your body, you know, but like, if you do it right, you can make millions. So, I mean, not millions, but you know.
I was about to say, someone's making millions in this biz? Shit.
I mean, like, surpass, like, everything
No, I totally
that
get-
we expected. You know, a punk rocker, like, you're sitting there going, nah, like, but, you know, you see all these things that surpass what you think, and it's pretty amazing. So, I mean, it just depends on time, place, you know, like, contact, everything. So, I mean, it's cool. Like, I feel like that can, you know, go out to the whole rest of the world instead of just being, you know, this porno United States situation. Like, I mean, Japan should, you know, come up. Like,
They're deeply ingrained in their culture, and that's part of what I love about being there, because it is so different than the U.S.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree. It's just like, I don't want to be boxed out because I have some ink in my arms, or, you know, like, I want to be a part of your culture. I want to.
I wore a hoodie this whole last trip. And
Really?
Yeah, I wore a hoodie the whole fucking time, except in one bar. And literally, when I took the hoodie off, it was like the fucking record stopped.
Really?
Okay, so it's me in Salt Lake City about 5 years ago. Like, yeah.
Except surrounded by people who don't speak English.
Oh God. Yeah.
I mean, I remember driving into Salt Lake City, and I went into this diner, and like, I didn't have my hoodie on or anything. I just walked in with my XX, and we were covered in tattoos, and everybody just turns, bam, silence, everything, and I'm just like, whoa, okay. Mormons. Like,
That's why it's very interesting to me when you travel, like, especially out of the country, like certain country. Like, I remember going to the Australian consulate, right? Because there was a situation that I had to go over there, and there were all these different signs in the room that had like different laws in different countries. Like, it's saying you should understand the laws before you enter certain countries, which is kind of true, right? You know, like in Morocco, if you wear sleeveless shirts, like, it's kind of frowned upon. You know, obviously in Japan, tattoos, you know what I mean? Which was very, very fucking interesting to me because I remember we were coming home from Australia, okay? And did I mention this on the podcast before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, well, I'll just mention it to you just real quick. Like, I'm there with my dude in the airport in Qatar. And all he does is kiss me. It's not like we're making out and having like a fucking full-blown makeout sesh. And someone came up to us and was like, you know that's illegal in this country, right?
What? Making out?
Any kind of PDA.
Wow.
Hugging. Even holding hands.
Well, especially because you're unmarried.
Oh, yeah. Especially because I'm unmarried. So, like, in Qatar...
Australia?
No. In Qatar. We were traveling back from Australia.
They're in the Middle East.
We had a layover in Qatar, and we're in the airport for our layover. All he does is kiss me. Like, we're not making out or anything. He just gives me a peck on the lips, right? And this fucking airport security lady or whatever, personnel, whatever you want to call her, immediately, like, as soon as it was almost like they were watching us or something, because it was very quick. As soon as he kissed me on the lips, she came with the quickness and was like, excuse me, that is illegal in our country. And I'm like, huh? Oh, and then I looked it up right away because I kind of knew, but I wasn't thinking about it because we're in the fucking airport. It's not like we're touring the goddamn country. You know what I mean? So I go on Google and I Google like the laws of Qatar, and it was like any form of PDA is considered illegal and could result in prison time. Like holding hands, something as little as holding hands is considered fucking illegal. Hugging in public, holding hands, kissing, any form of PDA, illegal.
Dude.
And I didn't fucking know that. I mean, like, if we were, like, visiting the country, which I don't think there would be any reason for us to be visiting the country, but if we were, and we were holding hands, I mean, not that we do hold hands, but you know what I mean? Like, if we were holding hands or being showing any kind of affection towards each other, I feel like someone would be like, y'all are getting arrested right now. What? That's illegal in our country. But we were in the airport, so I think it was kind of excused because we were in the airport.
Yeah.
And she was kind of giving us a warning, like, hey, by the way, just so you know. And I was like, oh my God, dude.
It would have been crazy if you guys got a ticket for holding hands.
I really was kind of hoping that would happen just so I could be like, I got a ticket in Qatar for holding hands.
Like, I mean, and obviously, okay, that's a good example. Like, there's a lot of areas in the world that are behind, okay.
They're just different.
Like, they're just different. And like, I mean, we as Americans, like, feel that, we're fairly open about things and advanced, but at the same time, like, a lot of people have lived with limitation or traditions that don't necessarily agree with us, but at the same time we have to kind of respect it. I mean, when we go into their areas and everything, we have to, by their laws. And I always forget that. Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm from the USA. Like, we, kiss the same sex. We,
right. Can you imagine?
We're so open about these things.
Yeah.
Like, but other countries, like,
That's why that's why when I saw those signs, I was like, man, it really does kind of like put it into perspective. Like, if you're gonna travel, like, really know what you're walking into.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I told my Australian customs story, right?
Wait, what?
Me and Australian customs.
I mean, Australian customs is strict as fuck. I've been to Australia before. Obviously, we just talked about that. But
I told you about them going through my phone, right?
No, wait, no, you did. You said that they went through your phone and there was like fucking pictures or something in there and they wanted you to delete it or some shit, right?
No, they didn't want to delete it. They just asked about it.
Oh, wait, because you had questionable photos.
Yeah, I may have had a photo
Who doesn't have questionable
I may have had a photo from a party like a night before of Veruca James eating out Kimberly Kane.
But here's the thing. They wanted to look at his phone, and I'm like, can they even do that? Like, just be like, let me look through your phone. Because it's almost like an invasion of privacy, but you're like in a different country. And
right, and I'm entering their country. And when the 50-year-old customs woman found that photo, I'm like, my friends like to party. What?
Like, what else can you say to that? Like, you can't, like, what else can you say to that? It's like,
dude, okay, I'd be fucking erasing every single photo on my phone, pretty much, to get in there. Like,
I had no idea. Like, I had traveled to other countries, zero problem. I declared some vitamins because Australia is really strict about what comes in.
If you bring so much as fucking a bag of chips that's unopened or a piece of fruit, they will fucking detain you.
Dude.
Because Australia, think about how far away they are. They're a fucking island, right? And it's like they're very particular about what kind of things come in and out of their... Well, more so coming in to their fucking country. They're very, very...
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about what leaves.
Yeah, like whatever leaves, they're like, whatever. But whatever comes in, they will fucking detain your ass. I learned this the hard way because I had a bunch of snacks that I bought that I brought on the plane that I never opened. I had like unopened bags of chips. I had like a cookie that I bought from like the last place we were at, and the customs line was so fucking long, and dude is like, wait, you still have those snacks on you? Because I never bothered opening them on the plane because I slept, most of the time, whatever. And I was like, I was saving it, and he's like, you need to throw them out right now. And I'm like, what? I fucking paid for this shit. They were expensive because I bought them in our layover. And he was just like, it doesn't matter. They will fucking, it'll become a fucking big thing. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I took the cookie and shoved it in my mouth right away. I was like, I'm not throwing this out. So I fucking ate the cookie. And then the bags of chips, I was like, fuck.
You're like, I'm going to take these down.
Fine. So I threw it out and downed the cookie and we went through customs. No fucking problem. But like, I mentioned this before. Natalie Portman got detained for trying to bring an apple into fucking New Zealand. Like, they're very, very strict about that shit.
Well, I mean, I remember like Johnny Depp and his ex, like
they brought their dogs illegally.
Or something.
If you try to bring animals like overseas and stuff, they will fucking detain your pets for like months.
Yeah, my sister, when she moved to London, had 2 rabbits and they quarantined them for 6 months. One of them died in quarantine.
Oh, yeah, because bunny. Okay, I'm sorry, but rabbits. Like, if rabbits feel threatened in any way, they will commit suicide.
Yeah.
Like if they feel in any form of danger, they'll fucking kill themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that was a very interesting fact that I learned about rabbits. So I'm not surprised that fucking happened. It's sad, but like, they will do that. They'll quarantine pets for like long periods of time.
6 fucking months.
That's a long time, dude. 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I would imagine 3 months is like the limit, but 6 months is,
Yeah, that's half a year.
Other rules, other countries, other laws, other rules, is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess that means that if I ever wanted to move to like somewhere like that, I can't bring my...
And apparently we can all move to France now.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I was...
Hey, man, I can speak a little bit of French. I don't
sitting
care.
there going, okay, I'm going to move to Ireland, like, shortly after the election. And fucking, they wouldn't allow my dog. So I was just like, no. Like, like they took
I was in
away-
Australia when our fucking 45 was being inaugurated. I was like, thank God we're not in America. And then I remember sitting at a coffee shop in Australia, in Perth, and hearing these Aussie chicks gossiping about America. And I'm like, this ought to be good because they're like talking about America. I'm like, what do they have to say?
Yeah.
And they obviously don't know much about, 45 and his wife, where they started talking about Melania and they pronounced her name completely fucking off. I was like, what the fuck? These girls don't know what they were talking about. But they started talking shit about 45 and like, nobody likes him, dude. Other countries don't fucking like him. They started trashing him and they're like, dude, do you know what's going on in America right now? Do you know what's going on in America right now? Like, and I'm just sitting there sipping on my coffee. I wanted to turn around and be like, yeah. Although it was interesting because since I was overseas around the time when he was like, being like slowly moving into office, everybody that realized I was American, everybody would be like, oh, so how do you feel about Trump being your president? I'm like, don't fucking ask me that shit, dude. Don't ask me that. I'm here in London right now because I don't care to be in America, all right?
God.
So
I'd be like, I'm looking for a bride. Take me.
yeah, I'm like, hey, you want to get married?
I would like to live here.
Would you, I mean, I suck dick and I do anal. Like, it's a win-win.
Okay, if those were the only stipulations, all right, well, okay. Qualifications for a perfect wife or girlfriend. I'm here. I'm here for you.
Should we do another shot of whiskey?
There's no whiskey.
We can drink regular whiskey.
Oh, there's whiskey.
We drank the whole bottle.
There's real whiskey.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, one more. Because I don't drink ever. I'm completely loaded. I'm sitting there going, why?
Cruz.
How did this happen? Like, the whole world thinks we're just horrible people because somehow the majority of our...
No, it wasn't even the majority.
All right. There's a lot of idiots in the United States of America. Thank you. But I'm not one of them. Neither is Annie.
Nope.
Neither is our friend here. So...
I feel like she doesn't remember my name.
Slayer.
Matt.
Yeah, she remembers.
It took her a second. She's like, wait,
No, I remember it, but Matt's my brother's name, and I just,
we're not related. This is not my sister.
No. All right.
Wait a minute. I thought you were an only child.
She is. Salud.
Cheers.
I'm so confused.
Cheers.
Or as they say.
All right, we'll just do the air thing. Yeah.
Slanja.
Kampai.
Kampai. I just said Slanja because we're drinking whiskey, but.
I think the fireball better.
Oh, the complaining.
I'm a girl.
Real women drink real whiskey.
Yes. Woo! That put some hair. Oh yeah, that fucking. Oh shit. That was lovely.
I mean, there's gonna be like 10 minutes of just sounds like.
Yeah, most of this has gone into me, so I don't know why. I don't know why there's complaints. Like, you guys had an ounce.
All right. Woo! Shit. That was good. I needed that. Because I wasn't quite drunk yet.
Well, in about 10 to 15 minutes when your body metabolizes that shot, I'm sure you will be.
I'm completely drunk. Like
Me, I get like a delayed
my
reaction
talking like has gone down the past
Especially 'cause
hour.
I've been drinking all
I'm
weekend,
like,
so I think my body's like immune to alcohol at this point. So I'm like, just give it a minute, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm sober.
I've completely missed you.
I feel
so
like I'm
much.
kind of sober right now too. I'm like, I need this shit to fucking hit me so that she can snap my pinky back, and then I can like be like,
You
all
want me
right.
to stop your opinion?
Yeah, but I need to be a little bit more drunk for that, and I'm not quite there yet.
Cruz would probably be drunker than you when you snap her pinky back.
Yeah.
Just do it.
No, I need to be a little bit more drunk. Okay. And I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet.
It's fun.
I'm still kind of sober.
I've done it on 4 Marines. So
Okay,
far.
so you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I tried to ask the dude to do it, and I'm like, you've never done this before, have you? He's like, nope. I'm like, I'm not going to have you do it.
Dude.
Was he like, I saw it in a movie once?
No, he legit was like, honestly, he was the one that was like, honestly, I've never done it before. I was like, never mind, say no more. Like, I would rather have someone that's
Okay,
experienced.
no, you pull it out, splint. That's it.
Ah!
Like, I mean, just keep a splint on it to keep it straight.
Because it's really,
like,
it hurts right now. Okay?
Yeah, I can
it hurts
see the
right
bend
fucking
in
now.
your fucking
I
knuckle
can't,
right now.
I can't bend it completely.
I'm not so drunk that I can't see that.
Going like this hurts.
Yeah,
It fucking hurts.
you need to snap it out.
And I'm like,
So Cruz fucked up her finger in a moving adventure.
yeah, okay. I missed Disneyland. I was supposed to go to Disneyland. I'm fucking pissed off at this, by the way. But anyways, shit happens, whatever. I was supposed to go to Disneyland, and since I'm a good friend, my old roommate, also Matt's friend, is on a fucking 5-month hiking adventure. He's like hiking the Pacific Crest?
Yeah, the Pacific Crest Trail. Basically, he's committing suicide the slow way.
Yeah, he's like literally hiking Canada from Mexico to Canada or some shit, right?
Okay.
So he's not here, and I used to live with him. So he quit the lease. I was still on the lease, even though I moved out like 6 months ago. So, anyways, long story short, I'm a good friend. So I was like, I'll come move your shit for you, right? I fucking canceled plans with Disneyland, went to go move his shit, and I'm carrying one of his fucking tables with his girlfriend. And I decided, I'll walk backwards. It's fine. So I'm the one walking backwards out of this narrow fucking hallway. And somehow, don't know how, the fucking table just completely fucking crushes my pinky at the fucking knuckle into the wall. Okay, now all of you listening, if you know me, okay, you know that I have a high pain tolerance, okay? High pain tolerance. High. I fucking screamed like a bitch when this fucking happened. That's how bad that shit fucking hurt. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I had to like take a minute, and his girlfriend was like, oh my God, because my pinky completely fucking swelled, like instantaneously swelled up and turned purple. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my pinky, dude?
Yeah.
And, Matt, of course, was like, if you can move it, it's not broken, whatever. So I'm like, I'm a tough bitch. I was like, whatever. But this is like 5 days ago, okay?
Okay, dude.
And
Like you.
I can't bend it. It hurts just fucking holding my hand up like this. And I've been drinking and I can still feel the pain.
Well, and when you point at me, it looks like a sausage.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Oh yeah. Point it.
Look at compare it with my other pinky.
No, point it that way. Just point it straight.
I've seen it. Okay.
It looks,
I agree.
It's not even straight, dude.
Okay.
My pinky's fucked up.
You guys, Annie's pinky is broken and needs to be snapped out.
So we're gonna do that on air right now.
We're gonna.
No,
do
can
that.
I drink one more shot before we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just talk for a minute and then I'll drink another shot.
well,
Do we need to get you like a sock to bite down on or some shit?
It's probably not going to be that bad. I mean, how painful is it?
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Does it look broken
no.
to you? Maybe it's not broken. Maybe it's just...
Dude, if you seen your middle fucking knuckle, maybe it's not broken. Oh, like just lie to ourselves. Like I've been lying to myself.
Don't lie to our audience.
Let me ask you this. When you snap it, right? Like when you set it, aren't I supposed to like fucking like splint it right away?
Yes.
But we have nothing to splint it with.
Like within an hour because the swelling. But I mean, we'll just snap it out and then we'll tape it. Like you have tape?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we're not doing this. If we have to do this towards the end of the show when we're almost done.
We are almost done.
We're doing it after these 2 shots.
Two more shots because I'm not drunk yet.
I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, it'll snap out and it won't hurt as bad after, though. Like, I mean, you're trying to move it, you're trying to bend it, and it's not bending because it's dislocated.
Wait, look.
Oh, yeah. That's a very smooth movement.
It's shaking too. When I try to bend it,
you're like
can you see it
there
shaking?
going like,
when I try to bend it, it's like
so fucking
shaking.
slow. You're just like, but I mean, a dislocation, all that. Like,
So we're gonna do these shots.
I'm doing one more. I have to do 2 more shots before she can do.
Give me the shot glass.
I just want one.
Well, yeah, you're the surgeon.
Yeah, you have to be of sound mind when you do this shit.
Well, no, I mean it's very simple, but I mean it's just it'll hurt for a second, yeah.
Cruz.
Annie, but I mean I've done it 4 times.
Magic number 5.
I would like to add you to my list.
So what were the circumstances for the other 4?
Oh God, my ex was a Marine, and I mean, okay, I grew up in a Marine family. Like my uncles were Marines. My grandmother was a Marine, and then she was a prison.
Yeah, it's bending.
Yeah, of course. Good, yeah. Like you sound like me when I don't want to do something. I'm like, I don't need it. Like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Like,
well, Cruz, you got 2 choices. We can put it back in place, or we can just chop it off.
okay, no, you'll have a finger that looks like mine.
Not if we chop it off.
Does it really look like it needs to be set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yakuza styles, no pinky.
All right, I'm going to do a shot. We're going to finish the show. I'll do another shot, and we'll record you snapping my fucking pinky back in place.
Okay, we're just trying to scare her a little bit, but no, it's not. It's not actually.
I'm probably going to be like,
I mean, it doesn't hurt more than a tattoo. Like,
I've got a tattoo.
Yeah,
on my neck,
I mean,
so.
you just. It's a very easy, just reset.
It's like a second. It's like a second fucking
Right, so let's do the shot. Let's do it now.
Oh, all right, we're going to do
Salud.
another shot. All right, cheers. We'll do the air thing. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. All right, Cruz, it's time.
She needs one more shot.
I need one more shot, but let's keep talking. I
Oh
need to
my
let that
God.
shot settle in.
I don't think I like good whiskey.
That's such a shame.
So wait, what were the other fucking 4 instances? I know he meant.
Okay, no. My XX was a Marine, and it was a very like feel pain in order so you can brace yourself against pain, pretty much. So it was constant combat all the time, and he broke his finger 3 times. I mean, the pinky is the worst because, you can punch and literally break it in a second. It's the most fragile finger ever. And even though the thumb isn't as fragile, it's the worst thing to, anytime you make a fist, if you put your finger out, anything, you can, break it.
Well, then you're making a bad fist if you do that.
Yeah, exactly. But, in the moment... I will make a proper fist, obviously. This is a proper fist. But, I can't
even make a fist with this hand.
Anytime you, let go a little or, you have your thumb out.
I can't.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's broken.
Look, exactly. I'm trying to make a fist with this hand, and I can't.
Okay.
It's like a fist with a droopy dick.
So is this legitimately fucked up my pinky?
That should tell me something.
It's broken.
Anytime you're... after my pinky was healed, I can make a proper fist. Mm-hmm. But, during the time my pinky wasn't healed, it took me fucking 4 weeks to, actually get that way.
Wait, here.
You're still swollen.
Yeah, Cruz, let's just set it.
So,
let's just do it. Let's do it.
Wait, I have to do another shot before we do it.
Well, I'll pour you this shot.
Yeah. The pinky is pretty much... Pinky and thumb are the worst because they're the most vulnerable.
Ooh, I can't imagine breaking my thumb. Fuck that.
Dude. I've had a tendon problem with my thumb, and this month is the first month I've been able to make a proper fist in 4 months. Because I have something called trigger finger.
Trigger finger.
Yeah, for some unknown reason, my tendon wasn't able to go through my the tendon sheath pretty much. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't able to make it wouldn't bend, it wouldn't do anything for ages without immense pain. But now I'm able to make a proper fist, everything.
I can't even make a fist. Look at this.
Okay.
Wait, hon. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, do it. Uh-huh.
Your shot's waiting for you.
Oh, yeah. Take another shot.
Wait there. Okay. Am I doing it?
No.
Cruz, it looks like you're making a bad hand job motion.
Am I doing it?
Yeah, the tiniest fist hand job
Am I doing it?
No.
Am I
doing it? What?
Look at the color of your fucking pinky when you do that.
What?
Cruz, it looks like you're jerking off a really skinny dick. All right,
okay, if you guys were looking at this, pinky finger situation, Annie Cruz is trying to fucking make a proper fist, and it's not working. You can see the welling of the eyes, by the way, when she makes this fist.
Cruz, take your shot. Let's get this on.
I'm gonna take a shot and I'm gonna take a piss and then we'll do it.
Because it is almost last call, so.
Is it almost last call? How many minutes?
Snap it.
We're there.
Okay. All right. I'm getting
Take
drunk.
your shot.
I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna pee because I don't want to piss myself when you do this shit.
Yeah, please don't piss yourself in my apartment.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to pause real quick before the climax of Annie Cruz's set finger. So we're back from break. We're about to set Annie's pinky on air.
I'm gonna film it, so just.
I'm going to film that shit, bro.
Okay. Can you see it? Is there good lighting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm just
So,
right here.
Can you
pull
see
it,
it though? Can you see it?
move your mic a little.
Hold on.
Perfect. All right, but make sure you're on mic when you scream.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me go like this. Wait, maybe you should move your seat a little bit over.
Well, I need to be on mic, too.
Can you see it?
I can see it perfectly.
Okay, then I'm gonna...
We are recording the video. Yep.
Okay.
A 1, a 2, and a...
Oh, shit. Okay.
Are we done?
We're done, but she needs a splint to straighten
I'm fine. That was not that bad.
You're okay.
Shit, that was not that bad.
I mean, it's straight, but you need to get a splint.
Okay. It fucking...
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, she did it. I can feel
Like
it.
You can feel it, but...
So do I need like popsicle sticks or something?
Well, I mean, you can do popsicle
I could just
sticks,
tape
like
it to my finger, right?
But, there you go.
I just heard it snap.
And that note, it's last call, everyone.
That was amazing. I actually liked hearing that snap. Am I a weirdo for that?
You were definitely a weirdo.
But you're straight.
No, it's straight, yeah. So what should I do now?
Just put, you can do it either way, like put 2 popsicle sticks over here. But I mean, you can go to CVS.
Good.
So, okay, cool.
So we just snapped Annie Cruz's finger back into place.
I heard it snap.
But I mean, like I always give a little, measure before I do it. Like make them feel, better about the situation.
You kind of buttered me up a little bit because in the beginning I was like, but then I was like, okay, nothing happened. And then I actually heard this.
Yeah,
did you hear
exactly.
the snap?
I couldn't hear it over here, but
I heard the fucking snap
Yeah.
and I was like, she totally did it, but it didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to.
Like,
but it hurts right now.
You just pull it out, and I mean, I heard the snap as well. So just don't worry, but we'll, go
I'll
to,
put a
like,
splint on it. Yeah,
that CVS that's open 24 hours. Like, right near
I
our
live
house.
by a CVS.
Yeah.
So,
So we'll get a nice little finger splint for you, and it'll
I'm about
just
to do that
straighten
shit.
out. But yeah, I mean,
do you want to come with me? Because there's a CVS
yeah,
by your house.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So but I would like to have it on the inside instead of on the top.
Well, you're gonna have to help me
So-
with that. Matt, did you catch that on tape?
I did indeed.
My pinky feels better.
Awesome. Awesome.
I just need to put a
have
splint on it.
I have some experience with these things, so yeah.
Well, the fact that you were like, I've done this already like 4 or 5 other times, I was like, oh, I trust you, it's fine. And I was like really, really nervous. I mean, I've been drinking whiskey all night, and I was like, oh, okay, that was not that bad. But I can feel it pulsating right now. I'm like,
but I
Yeah.
mean, at least your finger will be straight, like unlike
no,
my
because it
right
needed to be
finger.
done.
Like,
Everybody that saw pictures and video of it, they were like, dude, your finger is fucked up. I was like, I don't know what to do.
but I mean, you just have to straighten it out, like make the bone just a line, and then you'll be fine.
So
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
so on that note, it is last call.
Well, it's
Okay.
fucking last call. Cadence, where can we find you online?
At Cadence St. John, downtown LA Domino's.
Ooh, downtown
I mean-
LA Domino's. Okay.
So yeah, I haven't built my own website yet again, but I will again.
So what's your social media? Where can we find you online?
At Cadence St. John, and Cadence _ST_JOHN as well. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
On what social media?
Twitter and Instagram.
So
Cool.
if you guys just search Cadence St. John, CADENCESTJOHN online, I'm sure you'll fucking find this beautiful fucking girl. I love you, Cadence. You and I go way fucking back. Thank you so much for setting my pinky. I'm kind of high right now. Not gonna lie.
The endorphins are fucking running.
I'm so high and drunk that I'm like,
but-
I'm gonna go to CVS and be like, hey, can you give me a finger slit?
I'll set all your fingers.
I appreciate you so much right now because my pinky was fucked up for a long time.
Yeah,
and
I
now,
saw the swelling, and I was
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah.
We
Everybody was like, dude, your pinky's fucked up. So, Matt, where can we find you?
As always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, Matt Slayer on Snapchat. I really just watch movies on Snapchat, but
Right? Okay, and you can find me at Annie fucking Cruz on Twitter, at Annie Cruz on Instagram, at Annie fucking Cruz on Snapchat. And of course, AnnieCruz.com for business, AnnieFuckingCruz.com for pleasure. So you can find us also at AndNowWeDrink.com, at AndNowWeDrink on Twitter, at AndNowWeDrink_ on Instagram.
all right, I believe we have some pinkies we gotta deal with. Good night, all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
guys.
gonna drink some more right now. Fuck you all.
The rest of y'all, You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Exactly. Bye.
Bye.